What up, guys? How's it going? Well, for like an hour, minimum an hour. I've been busy doing my podcast, actually, working on my YouTube channel and then my podcast, Spotify, etc. So I'm trying to. I know I'm behind. I'm like a year and a half behind. But remember, I'm one individual. I do a bunch of one-on-ones, Zoom calls, audio, phone calls. You know, I suck up with my life's universe to hold you and guide you to figure out life. You know, so you don't feel alone. So anyways, I did like 4 or 5 uploads on my Spotify, and then YouTube channel up did like 4 or 5 uploads. So the intent is potentially by next 2 weeks from now I should be done with season 2 of my 2021 TikTok lives, aka pods. So I recommend everyone to, which I recommend, do your own pod, do your YouTube channel. Need help, guidance? I got you. Not that hard. It's just time consuming. The harder part is doing the video editing wise. That's where time consuming wise. And if you want to get all pretty, but me, I do bare minimum. I do my banner, like, you know, initially I would just put like, you know, I would just put Spotify, YouTube, video worker. Then I put like, you know, the season episode. So you can find me on my Spotify and my YouTube channel. Now I actually put on my, which I recommend if you're gonna put like, you know, women in TikTok, etc. Promote yourself in the banner. Put like me, I put on there like, you know, all my apps that are on so people can find me. So, and from there, just how much time and effort you want to put into social media wise. And then whatever you believe in, don't stop what you're doing just because your numbers are small. Like me, 3D70 Repo, you know, in the Matrix, 2020 Neo in the Matrix. I got Jerry Which Way. Hold your hand. While everyone else gives up on you, I won't. Why everyone says get over it, it is what it is. Nah, that's blue pill talk. All these blue pillars in the universe struggling. Remember this, blue pill talk will always make you money. Always. Why do you think social media wise, anyone that's a blue pillar, look at the numbers. Why it's so high? They can't even teach you about life. They can do entertainment because blue pill's what? Entertainment. Makes money, keeping you feeling on top of your feelings. You won't ever figure out life as a blue pillar. Just that. You'd be 30, 40, 80 years old, still struggling in life, still going to talk, especially toxic ass broken relationships, and you won't understand why. That's the shit. You ask the question, why do people do me wrong? Why do people abuse me? Hey, CJO. Sorry if I missed your name. Sorry about that. How you doing? How's it going? Follow you. But you know, that's the issue. I try to rep on guide your which way because, you know, too many things in my life to figure out what I'm saying. You know, what I'm saying? That's how me call me to call out the whole universe every which way. You know, that's how my new call pretty soon more on me was so when you read it, they're just words. It's a mind blowing. People get triggered by petty little words. They get into feelings, and they don't even know why. That's the issue. But that's why I have ink in my neck. All that great jazz. Just tell a story. I'm not a victim. I'm not a warrior. I'm a survivor. I'm just telling us. In the beginning, we have the right to use the terms because we go, you know, child trauma for sure. Then your relationship get destroyed. Everyone use and abuse you. Oh, gracias. Hermano, thank you. You know, and then from there, was you die. It sounds bad. Life became hard because why? Dead ass relationships. That's why it became hard. You question your self worth. You know, and then from there, whereas nowadays for especially like 2500, this phone right here. Worst enemy. When y'all asking for like what's your pin location, why you liking girls' pictures, why the guys' pictures, why they in your DMs, like y'all struggling over that. If you can't trust your partner and you know your partner's a square, chill, nothing, then you blessed. If you have no trust issues, then guess what? I mean, if you have trust issues, that's your insecurities, dead ass. Because if you didn't heal from your previous relationships, what are you doing? You're bringing your past to present, bringing your toxicity, all your traumas, and then what? That's how you self-sabotage a relationship, dead ass. If your partner is square, so that's how I was going to say this. You play the role of victim, tell a sob story to the next potential to be, and they're squares, angels, empathetic to the fullest, showing love, respect, and then you self-sabotage it because you're cheating, right? Or on the phone, etc. Why you talking to those guys, all that stuff, like your insecurities, like, and that's the worst part, like dead ass. Y'all meet, right? Like guys meet girls, and they say the girls, you know, they're flaunting their bodies, like, yo, you met her like that. Now she hooks up with you, and now she gotta dress like a nun. Like, no. Most of these guys guys are always gonna look, but if you can't trust your partner, then what? Well, it's not her, I don't trust her, I don't trust them. But that, you know, the intent is she has verbalized his boundary that y'all keep it humble, I got a man, I'm good. If she can't say that, then guess what? She's not for you. And the internet sucks and you get to believe, but with that said, that's why in time when you're working yourself, you don't need nobody in the universe. You want people. The only person you need in the universe is the person in the mirror, first and foremost. You want people in life. The only person that needs anybody is our kids. If you're a middle school, high school, etc. kid, you're not old enough to get a job, a roof over your head, and a car. And that's all you need. In the Matrix, remember, in the Matrix, you can't beat the Matrix. You maintain the Matrix. all these quote unquote red pillars, they're not red pillars, they're blue pillars. You cannot beat the matrix. You just maintain, first and foremost, the blue pill is what? You're the sheep world. You're the one, watch Matrix the series, part 1. Picking at the matrix, picking at the world, like there's got to be more than this. I got a routine, that's all it is. But there has to be more to life than just a routine. Why am I still miserable? I got a job, roof over my head. I'm not stressing, but I'm bored and miserable. And I still worry about people pleasing. How so? Why so? And that's why, as a blue pillar, what do you gotta worry about? Which I preach to full. Eventually, I'm gonna get this blue pill and red pill. All you blue pillars, sheep world, what do y'all worry about? Man-made bullshit. Race, religion, politics, COVID, man versus woman, high value men, high value women, being submissive, gang mafiosos, all this entertainment corny bullshit. That is so irrelevant. As a blue pill, you're gonna sit up. Here's an analogy. You have enough food in your plate, right? Which is what? The person in the mirror, first and foremost. Why do you want to add more food to your plate? Which all this shit I just mentioned. Why do you give a shit about politics? Why do you give a shit about war? What can you and I do about it? Behind the screen. You can pray for the people and that's it. But you know why war? Take the red pill. Why is war happening? Two people, A and B. Pride and ego kicks in. The narcissist traits. They have the money and power. They have the whole government, the whole squad. It's a pyramid scheme type of thing. And there you go. Now people in their feelings about it. So what can you and I do about it? What can your family do about it? Nothing. All you can do is pray and that's it. That's what the news, deadass, which I'll do take about it. I don't care about the news. Deadass, I don't. The news is around me. People around me, that's it. I keep it humble and that's it. Pray for the people in the news, but why watch the news? Why debate about the news if you can't do nothing about it at all? Even if you have the money and power to do something about it, guess what's going to happen? When you go save the people, help people, etc., the narcissist people that run the universe above you, because they have the money and power, they ain't like that. Because that makes them look bad, and now, guess what? You're sleeping with the fishes. Because you were trying to do a good thing. Yeah, it's shitty environment, shitty world, quote unquote, but the reason being because everybody had a choice to do what? Right or wrong. It's called what? Premeditated. Have it on for a reason. And with that said, trigger warning. Everyone in the universe, not just Earth, all you aliens watching this, everyone in the universe has what? BPD, borderline bipolar personality disorder, and NPD, narcissistic personality disorder. If that's not true, two simple questions. Why are you in feelings? Why do you get triggered by words? They're just words. Break it down to the fullest. Don't lie to yourself. Why do you get triggered by words? They're talking shit, but take the red pill. Why are they talking shit? If you know they call you stupid, right? And you know you're not stupid, but it triggers you, let me help you out. Take the red pill. The reason being, here's the best part. If a random person, nobody knows you from, right? Especially behind the screen on social media, and they call you stupid and you get bothered. Any type of negative emotions. Depression, anxiety, bitter, angry, sad, etc. Then guess what? The reason being because you have many owners of the word stupid, ugly, fat, dumb. And who is it? Your ex, exes, past pain, toxic love, trauma, and child trauma. So everyone that hurt you with those words, that's why you get triggered. And who's the original creators, owners of those words? Your caregivers, mom, father, auntie, uncle, whom raised you. That's the first person in your life that said, I love you, but you're stupid. I love you, but you're fat. There you go, kids. That's why petty ass words trigger you. And when you become verbally abusive over the words and feelings, and you potentially become physically abusive, what's that called? Reactive abuse. It's on my neck for a reason. If you don't believe me, TikTok, search bar, reactive abuse. Ask any therapist, counselor, psychiatrist. They'll be like, oh, how do you know that term? DSM-5 book, man. And before that, when the person's being bitter, here's the kicker, if anyone's talking shit to you, right? And they call you dumb, and you know you ain't dumb, you know you ain't stupid, what are they doing? Obviously they're bullying, right? Keyboard words, all that great job behind the screen. But they're doing what? Deflection, because they have their own personality that's going on in life, and they don't want to work themselves, and they're doing what? Projection. They throw it on you. Their narcissist traits come out of it. The bad side, these are like hate, narcissist, pride, ego. What's the rest of it? Lust, power, and greed. So with that said, throw it on you as long as they see the trigger you, bother you. Oh, I got them, I hurt them, and they're behind the screen. That is the worst part, dead ass 1,000. If you get triggered by anybody behind the screen, it's just a screen, it's a cyber world. Imagine in real life, in your environment, anyone could trigger you. If you're more narcissistic, I'll call you walking fireballs. You're waiting to pop the hell off. And that is your choice to be bitter in life, be mad in life, and let petty words get to you. In time, you can work on yourself if you have a support team, a squad. And from there, wise, you like, okay, learn these words. Deflection, projection, and then what? Rejection, protection. Look at that. 4 words. That's all it is. Crash course to life as far as that. Empathy, narcissist, good and bad people. With that said, everyone's got that shit. How come you're a good angel, Buddhist, Catholic, Muslim, and you're popping off on social media over religion, culture, etc.? You're good people, godly people, positive fathers, quote unquote. But in social media, y'all clashing over words and feelings. I love to jump in those comments when I see on TikTok. I'd be like, look at all you 2D sheep or blue pillars fight over man-made BS, race, religion, politics, code, man versus woman. And I put little emojis. God, Lucifer, the universe, and I, popcorn, TV and the couch. What is it called? Free entertainment. Who loves that shit? All the narcissistic people in the world. Because guess what? All you little blue pillars are clashing with each other. Buy your Gucci, Prada, Beamers, etc. And then fall to man-made BS, drugs, alcohol, pills. Because you're codependent, especially you're stuck on that stuff. You're codependent of it. You're broken for now. Blue pill talk. You're broken. You have to fix yourself. Triggering words, right? Rebel talk. You're broken for now. See? For now at the end. You don't have to. You should want to. Simple little words. You change your mindset. That's all it is. And then from there, wise, I tell some. I made it that earlier. He was talking about. I made a comment like I was like, if y'all can't control your liquor and you can't have a button just chill, then that means you're broken and codependent. And this guy like, oh no, well, if I mess around and I can't blame the alcohol and I cheated, I was like, you see my fingers? SOS, stuck on stupid. 1 point equals 3 wrong answer. So you're having an excuse in life. So you got drunk and it's cheated, right? So somebody. So what's that called? Jamie Foxx, blame on the alcohol. Yeah, SOS, stuck on stupid. 1 equals 3 wrong answer. If you did 1 plus 1 equals 2, guess what? I know I can't just have a shot or 2 because I'm about to black the hell out. Because why? I am broken and codependent of that bottle. I am running from my problems, numbing the hell up. So with that said, I won't drink. If you just can't have a shot or 2, just chill, then you're broken and codependent for now. It's just for now. Red pill is just for now, man. It sounds hard, but I keep it 1,000. If I keep it 100, I'll sugarcoat life. You're okay. Yes, blame it on the alcohol. It's not your fault. Cool. Sugarcoat life. I tell people I don't sugarcoat life for nobody. I don't care who you are, where you come from, money, status, and fame. I keep it raw and real every which way. And I try to simplify it best as for you. That's why like a lot of therapists, counselors, psychiatrists, life coach, relationship, natural creators don't like me too much. Because why? It's just black and white, M's and arcs. The great part is the lost empath. What's that? Exactly what is that? That's the category I created. And you won't find that in DSM-5 book. Put lost empath in Google, YouTube. You might find like dark empath. But a dark empath is a person that's empathetic wise that they're trying to use narcissist traits and to battle other people that are narcissistic wise, but they can't control them. So they can't control the narcissists and they pop off, etc. Right? So that's why the category I created, lost empathist. This is the people you avoid in the whole universe. I promise you 1,000. You're way ahead of the game. And who are they? The black market, gangbanging, mafiosos, drug dealers, racists, military cats. That is the most broken people in the universe. Because they're the more narcissistic ones. Every which way. And the highest ones, who? The military cats. Why? They got a dad of the government. Anything they do wrong, PTSD. That's their fucking card, PTSD. And they get slapped on the hands. Because obviously, in the government wise, who has it? The more narcissistic people in the universe. Money and power and greed all day, every day. Avoid them best as. Show them love from a distance. Don't be in a relationship with them because you can't fix it or save them at all. What is your religion? My religion. Well, so I'm born and raised as a Catholic, but I vibe with any religion. I don't care if you're Buddhist, atheist, whatever you call yourself. As long as you show love and respect to each other, that's all that matters to me. Higher power. There has to be higher power. Highly impossible. Aliens is aliens. But here's the best part. That's why I say all the time. I challenge all the universe. You don't hear me say Earth. Yo, all you aliens watching behind there, you look like you're human, quote unquote, you're from different realms, 5D, 7D, 10D, whatever you want to say. Like, you have the exact same thing we have in this earth. You have your what? Your racism going on, your world going on, M's and Arcs, the same situation, you question your self-worth, but your technology is highly advanced. You're traveling from Pluto to fucking wherever, right? But you still have the same issues we do. Same issues we do. So with that, that's I tell I've been nice for 2 years, keeping humble, watching my words with everybody. Nah, I made this say, you know what? How do I hype the situation up? F it, I'm done. You know what? I challenge all the universe, all, not a little bit, not a lot of bit. Anyone behind the screen, yo, you wanna outmind debate, strictly repo talk, life, relationships, while you're separate, empathy, and gonna bad people. I do not care about blue pill talk. That shit is irrelevant. If you want to do it live, a pod, let's talk about it. Because then you can cuss me out. I don't die petty words, but I will match your energy. If you're not ready for words and you get triggered by words, I'm not the one. I'll demolish you, but here's the kicker. I will pick you up when you're down. People that are narcissistic, hella high, they'll kick you down and keep you down. They don't care. They will keep going. When they see a little flinch, a little glimpse, because remember, it's body language. I triggered them. Oh shit, I hurt them. They don't stop. They go for the kill. They go for blood. And these words cut way deeper than a knife, man. Especially if I talk about what? Your trauma, child trauma, etc. That's the itch. Every which way. So I just keep it humble every which way and just try to break it down for you. Yo, the biggest Ripple talk. The biggest, while the blue pillars, y'all worry about Russia and Ukraine, right? That's blue pill talk. That's blue pill war. A and B. Two presidents going at a situation. They got C through Z involved too. The people under them. I don't speak, their country wise. I don't think they got Democrats or Republicans. But that's C through Z. And then you got the people. And what are they doing? The snowball effect. Hyping up the situation. Two people, a whole thing, two countries are going at it. Two people. Man-made bullshit. I'm at the farmer's market. Why can't I do barter with, my father's got produce. What y'all got? I got honey. Y'all do barter? We trade, I'll pay. Oh, no, yeah, cool. We'll trade. How can we do barter? They're not getting pissed off. Oh, no, just only money only. If they do get mad at me, it's only money because they get offended. I'll be cool. No, I ain't trying to offend you. That's a simple question. Am I going to be the cuss them out? Oh, geez, why are you being rude? No. I triggered them. And because why? They have their own red pill talk. They have their own personal issues going on in life. Why am I going to get my feelings? Because they said no. That's on them. I go home and they keep it humble. Anyone that talks shit to you, anyone that triggers you, what's that called? Deflection, projection. And with that said, those words, deflection, projection, and then rejection, protection, I'm gonna get that tatted on me. All the little simplest words in the fucking universe will be on my body. All of it. So when people see me in the streets, I put my ink on social media. There you go. That's exactly what's going on. Trigger warning. Everyone's got BPD, MPD. No, why are you feelings? Why you get triggered by the petty little words? They are just words. I'm gonna get that on me also. And when it triggers, who's the typical trigger? The higher powers, quote unquote, in categories. Therapists, counselors, psychiatrists, relationship coach, like life coach, and not child creators. That's not true. No, not everyone. If that's not true, how is a therapist going to therapy? Blow my mind. I know the answer, but I play dumb. I play blue pillar. I don't know why. How do your parents just trigger you and you're 60 years old? How so? That's called what? Childhood trauma. And you do what? Which is definitely your true. You don't have to, but that's how my ink on me. Check out. So on here it says right here on top, it says your head's your best friend and your worst enemy. Why? All the doors of pain in your mansion wide open. Mansion. The only person you need, chase, compete, submit, and need validation from is who? The person in the mirror. All you ever needed was you. Day by day, baby steps. So mansion. I took an analogy from NF the rap artist. So I took his song, his words, and made it my way, my analogy wise. So in your head, your mansion, all the doors are pain wide open. Why? Because you haven't let go of your exes, past pain, toxic love, trauma, and child trauma. That's why you have anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger issues. The bottom says what? Triggers, all capital letters, overthinking, reactive abuse. If you don't know what reactive abuse is, which I'm going to get that on my body. Well, I already got it on here anyways. But anyways, that's when you become verbally abusive and physically abusive. The bad side is you, Lucifer's in here, gaslighting you, manipulating you wise. He's talking shit. He talking about your mom. What you gonna do about it? God's like, yo, chill, keep it humble, walk away. They're just words. He's doing deflection, projection. You just don't know that yet. Lucifer's like, listen to me, don't listen to God. Go check him. And remember this, God, Lucifer, which a little devil, little angel, to represent them, they didn't put a gun to our head. Our choice, premeditated, to do right or wrong. Every day above ground, your choice to do whatever you want to do. Be hateful, love life, hate life, be bitter, F my baby mom, F my father. Your choice. Dead ass. Day by day in baby steps. Maybe the next day you want to wake up humble and proud and love life. It's an emotional roller coaster ride, but why is it an emotional roller coaster ride? I don't know. Well, don't you want to know? That's what I tell people. Remember this. Words can heal you, trigger you, and definitely destroy you. Relationships can make you and definitely destroy you. Watch your words. Control, protect your environment, energy, and peace. Judge and read everybody for who they really are. Are they broken, ugly, lost, healing inside? Are they matching your energy, taking your energy? There you go. All that shit I just said there, That one I just said, I'm going to get that pretty soon. I got to go with my boy tomorrow and look at his computer because I'm a computer geek. Computer questions, I got you guys. Video editing pods, I got you. YouTube, I got you. But with that said, the last one, I'm getting that pretty soon right here. All that other thing, deflection, projection, I'm red pill, I'm going to get that all on me. And that's why, no bragging when I say this, but everyone in the universe has ink, and it's unique. They have stories, I get it. But no bragging when I say that, mine's the answer to life, relationship, separate, empathy, and everything, good and bad people. Simple little petty words. 90% of my ink is be all words. I got only images right now. I got a cell phone. If you use it correctly, what am I doing with y'all? We're talking and vibing. If you use it incorrectly, you're doing what? Phone, social media, third party. You fall to what? The Jada August entanglement? Jada and Will Smith? August? Yeah. The sneaky links? Yeah, it's called what? Premeditated. So you go in toxicity with your partner. Instead of talking to your partner, A and B, B and C go together, right? C through Z can talk to the whole world. But that's everything in life. You have shit at work, right? And everyone's gossiping. And you hear, oh, guess what, Marge? Rito, you know, Maria was talking shit about you. So instead of me talking to John over here, oh yeah, Tyler said this. Why? Fuck C through Z. Oh, Maria, because now it's A and B. Oh, I heard you talking about me. No, that's not true. Well, if I did something to you, trigger about it, I apologize. Whatever I did to you, I apologize. On my side, I believe I know nothing wrong to you. But please elaborate. And people get scared because now you're going straight to the source. C through Z is a snowball effect. They gossip. AK in the DSM-5 book, they're called what? Flying monkeys. The smear campaign. If you A and B, man, I promise you after that, and nip the shit in the butt, you're rolling. And if they get scared, let them get scared. Hey, whenever you want to talk about it, let's talk about it. But the door's always here as a fan associates, wide open. You know, your tattoos are so different. Oh yeah, yeah. See, I went through a breakup 2 years ago, right? So when I said this was whatchamacallit, oh, what's up? Hey, you already know what's up. How you doing, brother? How's it going? I was just going through a breakup really bad, and I was like, I'm gonna figure this out. Like, no one's perfect. We have our flaws, right? So why did it fail? What was my red flags? What was her red flags? And you know, remember this. Nobody in the universe can get love, time, and emotion back. So I was like, okay, like there's gotta be reasons behind this. So I started picking at the matrix. I make it sound hella easy, right? Because I'm over it. But when you go through a breakup, the healing, and you fall back, don't go body hopping, don't go clubbing, fall to mammy bullshit, drugs, alcohol, pills, right? Avoid that best as. And you start working on yourself. The healing process is very painful. You're going to shed many tears, and especially when they leave, right? You leave, they leave, whatever situation, you're not together. And there's the curveball. Get kids involved, co-parenting, it's going to be hella hard because you got to see them. The intent, you keep it humble, quote unquote, best as, but you can do your part. Your exes, they can be miserable, etc. Every which way. They can talk shit, which is their choice, premeditated. So with that said, I was just like writing things down. I was geek techie, so as it is, you know, I just started doing like video blogs. That's how I got my YouTube channel. And that's the cool thing about technology. If you record yourself audio or video, especially video is the best because why? You're your own best therapist. You can go to therapy, counselor all day, every day. That's beautiful, don't get me wrong. And in reality, if you break it down, your support team, which I said you have to, blue pill, to trigger you, red pill, you should want a support team. Because everyone that loves and respects you and you can vent to, they're all what? They're all your counselor therapists. You talking and vibing. And the cool thing, if you can record the sessions, even better. That's not going on lives. These are live, TikTok lives, right? Other platform lives. So with that said, this eventually, when I catch up myself, this will be on my YouTube channel and my podcast. So what do? I tell the same story every time I go live. What's up with you guys? It's not about it's about you guys. I'm not a victim, I'm a worm survivor. I'm just telling you a story and that's it. To what? To heal you, guide you, support you, uplift you, forewarn you. I love you, but I can't fix you or save you. I comprehend that now. And that's why when I was going through it, I just started recording myself because you can study yourself. That's the beauty. You watch yourself, like you say I'm good, but when you watch yourself, hear yourself, and you watch the video blogs, you're like, damn. I was watching myself, I'm like, because a lot of guys don't really show emotions, right? We shed our tears our own time behind, you know, in ourselves, you know, back in our cars, wherever, away from everybody, away from our kids, you know, because we're not supposed to cry or shed tears type of shit, quote unquote, right? But with that said, you know, I'm watching my, you know, because I'm, you know, working on them instead of re-editing them. I'm like, damn, I was going through it pretty bad, but I worked the master smile was pretty good, you know, and that's the ish, man. I'm just like. Remember, there's nothing wrong with shedding tears. I tell people when you're shedding tears, talk to yourself. Vent out, let it out. Because your body can hold only so much in, and from there, When you let it out, you know, you feel hella good. Ball out till you can't ball out no more. And when you do that, just talk to yourself. And it's gonna sound gibberish. It's called word salad because you'd be like, oh, I misheard him, F the world, all. You're gonna sound like you're speaking Chinese, man, type of thing. Because you're overthinking, so triggered, you don't even know how to speak correctly right now. But it's okay because it's as long as you stay strong and you don't fold, what you gonna call it, then you keep on the healing journey because it's very, very painful. Because the downfall, as Tricia lost stems, even narcissists, categories I created wise, we're all raised to be broken and codependent with each other. That's why I say 95 to 98% of the universe, not Earth, the universe is broken and codependent with each other. Why do you think relationships fail? It hurts bad. I need them in my life. No, you're using the wrong. I want them in my life. But if they don't want you, then what? You can't force them in your life. Forcefully, you can. Then you did it forcefully, but now they didn't stay with you willingly. Wise, a massive difference. So with that said, everyone comes in your life initially as what? As a blessing. If they get up and leave, no matter how they do it, what was the lesson? And that's the issue. Tear it apart, break it down. And then think to yourself, like, how was I doing before I met them in my life? Was I doing good? Was I doing bad? Was it my feelings? Was it in a bad time? Was I, emotionally vulnerable? What was it? A lot of us will think about that. Especially, when you're body hopping, I promise it's not harsh blue pill. When you're body hopping relationship, you're doing the whole phase, you are broken and codependent every which way. You're raging, you don't care. You're doing the blue pill, YOLO, you only live once. That's your mentality for now. Every decision you do, you're angry, etc., which is your narcissist traits. Because someone destroyed you, and it sucks. No one deserves to get destroyed. That's why, once again, life became hard. Why? Because relationships, deadass. That's the reason why it became hella hard. Because we think we need people in life, but we don't know but ourselves. That's why when you fall back on yourself, you do the healing journey, the awakening journey. When you go in the awakening part, which is the second part, now you're doing better. You're not, let's say you're on the breakup. You start talking less about your ex. You start skipping, words, sentences, paragraphs. That means what? You're in the healing for sure, and the awakening wise. Right? But remember that said, your ex is always going to come back in your life. On TikTok, the narcissist, everyone behind the screen, everyone's got BPD, NPD. And the reason why they're going to come back in your life to test you, to see if they can still say, babe, I miss you. I love you. Can I get a hug? Can I see you? What are you going to say to that? Are you going to see him again? Are you going to take him back or are you going to run? What you going to do about it? And they're always going to be your kryptonite until you, not I, not your parents, not your kid, until you do. The first hard part is what? You forgive them. Obviously not let go. Take it back. Obviously not forget because it's been written, right? And the second hardest part, which a lot of people struggle with, the second hardest part, you got to let them go. 1,000. Not 100, not 200, 1,000. If you don't do 1,000, you get a lot of yourself and a lot of the universe. I forgave them. I let them go. Like me, I tell my one-on-ones, like, did you? I'm gonna give you a scenario. You did a no contact, all the good stuff. You watch TikTok, no contact, right? Scenario. You did no contact 3 years, right? Nothing. You don't check the social media. They haven't reached out to you, right? So what's gonna happen to you 4 years from now? And you're shopping and you bump into him or her, right? Let's keep it easy. You bump into your ex. What will happen to you? That's a true test to you as an individual. So remember, when you're away from them, you're a beast, you're rolling, you feel hella good. Team or no team, squad or no squad, right? But when you see them face to face, what will happen to you? If it's nothing, you did forgive them and you did let them go. In your mansion, that door that your ex owns, you finally closed it. You did closure for yourself. You're ahead of the game. But if you see them, any negative emotion, bitter, hateful, you get scared, what you might call anxiety, depression, anything, then guess what? You forgave them the first hard part potentially, right? But you haven't let them go because that means in your mansion, that door of pain, eating the popcorn, watching collab you, smiling your face, living the rent free. That's why when you see him, you're scared. That's why you need feelings about him because you still potentially be, obviously traumatized wise, right? And I make it sound easy. I make it sound easy, but remember, I had a support team. I said my ex's name, let her respect her to the fullest. My second baby mom's. I let her go in 88 days. Let her 88 days, 100%. 14, 17 days later, 1,000%. Keep it 1,000. That's why I ask my day, why you say 1,000? Because I want everything from you. Anyone I talk to, my one-on-ones, the potentials to be, if you can lie to me, be a blue pillar. I'll see through you. Remember, I judge and read everybody. All see in the universe is square and circles. M is good and bad people. But with that said, everyone's got both of that. You could be a good person, right? But if you still have your trauma and child trauma, which a lot of us do, then someone what's going to happen? Someone call you stupid, I'll be like, yo, why are you triggered by a word? This is some random person in the scenario at Starbucks. But they have to call me stupid. And I'll be, yo, I'll to trigger you. I'll be like, yo, it's just a word. Why are you triggered? No, it's just, no, well, no. They're doing deflection projection because they have their own personal issues, stressful environment. They have private issues at home. And you're still struggling with these words. Why? I don't know. Because you have many owners of the word stupid. That's why. It's on my neck. Because your exes, past pain, toxic love, trauma, and child trauma, they own the word stupid. The bullies, your teacher, exes, siblings. And who's the original owners of those? Your caregivers. Once again, mother, father, auntie, whom I raised you. That's the first person in your life behind the screen, like my life. I love you, but you're stupid. I love you, but you ain't shit. I love you, but you're always yelling. I love you, but you're ignorant. All them words. But here's the kicker. As kids, we strong as hell. If you think about it really good, verbal physical abuse, we survived, quote unquote, right? We still went on with their day, played with their siblings, had their friends, family, which we still had fun. But you know what? Because we had no thought process of what I like him or her. I see potential. That's why I said it behind the screen. On the young cats, like the young cats, this one has all the answers to life, relationship, separate, all the answers. But if the questions are not entertain you wise, it doesn't get your attention, you're not gonna Google this shit. Why do people cheat? Why are people mean? Deflection, projection, protections, rejection, protection, reactive abuse. You want to look up these terms because it's what is that? You might hear him like, you ain't gonna care. Like me, in the year 2000, I was at that time I was 19 years old. So with that said, square and circles, empath, narcissist. I heard this term from my buddies when I'm very in Seattle. I had longer hair, braids, etc. They're like, I look at him, I was baggy your clothes. Look like Major Thug. And I look like, 10 kilos. You can judge me. You have the right to judge me. Brown person, tattoos. He's got to be a gang when I feel from the street. Look at the way you speak, etc. Right? But now read me. Look what I'm talking about. I'm going to talk about anything about brown culture. And no, but God, I keep it humble best eyes on here. But with that said, I don't talk about none blue pill stuff. I don't care about any of that. I care about, talk about life. Relations, why we suffered. Empathists and good and bad people, that's all of us. Why are you a good person, but you're popping off at someone at a gas station, at Starbucks? Someone bumped into you, and they tell you sorry, but watch out, watch where you're going. They told you sorry, because they apologized, and then you still get triggered by it because they bumped into you, because you're having a bad day. Now you're doing what? Being verbally abusive, because you're triggered by the words, right? Or because the scenario, they just bumped into you. It's just a bump. But to you, you're having a bad day, etc., all that good stuff. Now you're popping off and being verbally abusive. Reactive abuse, the bad side is you Lucifer's in the year. Hate, narcissism, pride, ego, lust, power, greed. That's all man-made BS. That's why if you just keep it humble best as, God's side, love, empathist, empath, you're proud and humble. I love the universe, man. I love everyone behind the screen. I got you guys, man. Like, don't feel alone. But I make it sound hella simple, like, oh, this is love, care about type of shit. It can be if you control your environment. Deadass, it's all about your environments. If you live in the ghetto hoods, like where I live, etc., what do? I adapt to my situation best as for now. I don't have the money to get up and leave to go back to Seattle, which in time I shall, because this place is not good for me. I'm trying to live as long as possible, because look at the way I speak. Raw, real life, deadass, red pill stuff, 3D, 7 in the matrix wise. I don't care about anything about blue pill talk. To tell people, I challenge all the people in the universe. $0 in your pocket to $1 trillion in pocket, 27 supercars. Teach me something I don't know about life, relationship, separate, empathy, and narcissism, and good and bad people. You can bring me religion, most definitely, let's do that. But religion, culture, environment, your family is half of your life. The other half we weren't taught about is empathy, good and bad people. That is all of us. We all have BPD, empathy. Why do you care what people think about you? Why do you care about words? Why do you get triggered by words? Why do you worry about trying to be part of the crowd? The crowd's always going to get you in trouble because that's people more narcissistic, trying to fit in, right? And they're running off their pride and ego. Why do you think you peer pressure to do shit you don't want to do, but you got to chill with the cool kids, the cool squad? Me, individual, God, I must have had my, the future me, guiding me because as a middle school, high schooler, I ran with the gangs and said all good stuff, but I went to, I was a cadet, you know, explore it, chill with the, like, they would call me Cholo Cop, because I was dressed like a little banger and stuff, but then when I went with the PD and the squad, I'm in a uniform, right? Helping out the city, the community, etc. Talking and vibing. I avoid the streets best sides. My buddies gonna get in trouble and shit, because they're about to squab it up and do their ish in the streets. What do? Yo, boys, gotta go. I'm out, baby boys. I'll hear about what y'all gonna do on Monday. And yeah, I hear all the time. And it sucks that I lost a lot of family and friends to the situation in the streets. But remember, that's blue pill talk. Now that I know what I know, it's just blue pill talk. People from the streets, show them love with this and that's it. Don't get involved with them at all. You know, your family, friends. And that's the downfall of us that are more empathetic, right? The good guy. Why do you think the good guy, good girl always finish last? Always. Not a little bit, not a lot of it, always. Because the person that the bad guy, bad girl, more narcissistic wise, they take everything from us. Destroy us every fucking way. And what do we do as blue pillars? I plan, pray, hope they change. You'll be there for months, years, babies, marriages later. Still hoping and praying, planning your partner changes. And God's been here for all these years. And when I say this, is, you know, people might get triggered. So with that said, in the movies, right, we're brainwashed that God is like a powerful, godly, positive voice. Lucifer is a bad, demonic, mean voice, right? That's movies. Real talk behind the screen, subconscious, conscious, you guys got Lucifer with your voice. That's why you're struggling with overthinking. What do you think you're talking to yourself? Like the cartoon, Little Devil, Little Angel in your, that's exactly, but it's Lucifer and God with your voice, your words. God's with your voice, you should do good, avoid trouble, best ass. You see that guy over there? I mean, if it's mine, yo, reader, you see that girl over there? She's solid, she's blessed, beautiful, right? Awesome body, etc. And you know, but you should just keep it humble with her and just show her respect, and that's it. Don't get attached to her, etc. She's not ready for you. She's running the streets. De la calle in Spanish. People in the street mentality, or etc. You know, they're from the street, etc. But same concept. And then with Lucifer, with my voice, oh, I promise you 1,000. TLC be phenomenal, you know, and you'll do good with her. I promise that. That's my choice, premeditated. Now what I gotta do? I gotta judge. I judge everybody. I don't care how beautiful you are, how nice your body is. Yo, I just joined Snapchat. I avoided Snapchat for all these years. You know why? 'Cause I heard the stories. That's what I had on me. It's the best cheating app in the world, right? And with that said, I avoided. The only reason why I jumped on there because why? One of my followers on TikTok, we talking about back and forth. Whatchamacallit, she fell back, worked on herself. She's not, so she pushed everybody away. So she switched her phone number because we used to do one-on-ones. And she's like, well, I go, yeah, any other platform we could do like audio messages? Because you and I have some deep messages, but yo, like, I ain't as good as Red Pill talk. To type all this, I go, it'd be awesome if I just do audio messages. I go, remember this, as long as it's, you know, I'm respecting your boundaries, not trying to pass them, nothing. It's about you, it's not about it. Whatever's comfortable with you. You want to leave it right here in TikTok DMs? We can. You know? And that's what she all that. Thank you for that. No matter if you, you know, I go, no, it's not about I, it's about you. I could tell you a lot better audio messages than typing this big old love letter. And that's a lot of typing, you know? So she's like, well, the only platform that I have is Snap. Other than TikTok is Snap. And I was like, Snap. I heard these stories. Oh yeah, not even 24 hours. Yo, all the OF DMs like crazy, you know? Cause me, anyone send me a prayer request, I'll accept them, boom. And then what I see, lust all day. You know, ladies, we're talking about, you know, cause talking with their breasts, etc. And the peaches down there, all day, every day. But we see what that said, like, yo, nothing against, you know, females. Yo, OF, do your money, cause you'll make $1 zillion. I promise that. Cause why? Sex, lust, drugs, entertainment makes $1 zillion. You females, cosmetically, physically, have way more offer than male. So do what you gotta do. More power to you. I tell all my one-on-ones, you do that, more power to you. But don't lose yourself to the dollar. But that's your choice, you know. And I tell the females, I keep it humble. And then all my DMs on all platforms, they just do the offer. They send me pictures. I'm like, look, I just sent you a message, a positive message. Now here's the kicker. You sent me that photo. In my head, it's a sponge. Everyone's a sponge. You can't block it. It's been written. I already saw it. And I tell them, like, no, this what I said is, yes, nice body, you're beautiful, like great jazz. So I'm going to ask you a simple question. Is that all you have to offer to anyone in the universe? Even yourself? Your looks and your body and lust, and that's it. So you can't be in a long-term relationship-wise. Or will it be short-term? I'm not being rude to you. I'm asking you a simple question. Because you can do it right now. Run around, do your thing. Most definitely more power to you. But with that said, like, that's all you have to offer. Because, yo, I'm not being rude to you. You're a dime a dozen. Lust is everywhere. That shit's free. But that's all it is. Lust is a temporary feeling in life. If you want to do benefits like I did, cool, do your thing most definitely wise, but you're gonna lose yourself to lust all day, every day. So I tell these females, yo, please keep it humble. Like if I was interested in you, I'm not shy. It's a simple question. But with that said, like I tell people, look, here's the best thing about social media, deadass. Like, you can study anybody on any platform how they are for the most part, because look what they post. On my platforms, all you see my TikToks on all platforms. Either the logo is there, or I remove it because why? The certain platforms, you're like, we're not gonna push your stuff because it has a logo. So what I do, I remove it with the app software, right? So with that said, I tell everybody, like females, look what I talk about. You want to get to know me? It's on my DMs, on my Spotify, my YouTube channel. That's myself. That's how I function. If you're on my level, we talking and vibing. But if you're not, I can still be your friend associate. I have nothing against you. I'm not better than you. We can all be 1,000. Once you follow out, work on yourself and do what? The healing and awaken woke journey. Now you comprehend that to love yourself with mind, body, heart, so on, to love 1,000. Then when you do that, guess what? The person in the mirror, the real one in the universe, for everybody that's a blue pillar and a red pillar, that doesn't love themselves, then you figure out that and comprehend that true happiness, unconditional love starts from who? Not your kids, not your parents. No, the person in the mirror. All you ever needed was you. You want others by your side. That's the type of people, trigger warning. I don't need my kids. I'm a single father of 8 kids. I don't need my co-parenting. I don't need my parents. I don't need none of you guys. It sounds selfish as hell. I don't need myself. Blue pill, you have to be selfish. With the word habits, forceful triggering. Red pill, you should want to be selfish. This is your life. Every day you wake above ground, what do you want to do in life? Happy, bitter, hateful, whatever the situation is. Pop pills, drugs, whatever you want to do, it's your choice. And then from there, Wes, look at your environment. What is your environment? You're in the ghetto hoods. What are you going to do about to get a situation? If you believe you're going to live a long, positive outcome in the ghetto hoods, I pray for you, and that's it. We already know the outcome of the situation. You might be a good person overall, but you're still in the hoods. If you try to live as long as possible, you ain't gonna last long there, because you be pumping gas like I could be pumping gas. I'm at the wrong place at the wrong time. No, because if I have the money power to leave, what am I gonna do? Dead ass. Soon as the money gets there straight, back to Seattle. West side, the best side. I love Seattle because extroverts live to the north side, the white Asian Middle Eastern, the suburbs. I'd rather deal with being racial profile, racism all the time than to deal with the south side, the ghettos, where I'm living here in Eastern Washington wise, state wise. Then my kids can walk freely. I can walk freely. And I tell everybody, I'll say as it is, judge me. Yes, brown person with tattoos, game bigger mafioso. It don't hurt my feelings, just worse than me. Now read me. Look the way you speak. And that's when you're gonna look at me like you're gonna see through my tattoos. And I'm gonna be like, look, read my tattoos. Anything gang affiliated, nothing. And when you read it, like a lot of females, on the west side, they like tear up. Like, why do you have a lot? I'm just telling the story. This is the answer to life, relationship, etc. MC Narcissists and Get people. Trying to catch scores to get you ahead of the game. If you're like 20 years old and you learn about empathy narcissist, deflection, projection, rejection, protection, reactive abuse, you're ahead of the game. You heard these terms. As well, communication, you heard it. Now can you comprehend it? Can you understand them, how they function? And now we understand deflection, projection. We were bullying, talking shit to you. Deflection, projection. Remember those words, because they're going through their own personal issues and they're taking it out on you, allowing them to see to trigger you. Their narcissist traits get triggered, which is their premeditated choice, not even knowing, because they don't know what they are as a blue pillar, and they just go off on you. And every time they see you, they're always gonna bully you, because you allowed it, because you're scared to verbalize your boundaries. Like me, I tell everybody, I challenge anyone behind the screen, the whole universe. Like I tell all the therapist counselors, bring your boy, which I call Morpheus in the whole universe, because I can't speak for any other planet, right? But Mother Earth I can. JP, Jordan Peterson, the badass psychologist. But look when he talks about anything about his wife almost passing, time, the young men, etc., going through the feelings, etc., because they're struggling which way with their mental health, quote unquote. He gets hella emotional. I don't, because he's trying to say, but healing, awakening, awake, woke. I'm one of the Neos in the Matrix. There has to be other woke Neos and Trinity in the Matrix. We're the referees of the universe. Like, give me my feelings. I challenge you. But remember that when you come at me, we gotta be ready for words, because I'll use the exact same words. What's it called? Reverse psychology. And on top of that, I use more words. I'll use all my neck towards you. If you haven't worked in your child trauma, I'll slaughter you with words, demolish you. But here's the kicker: I will pick you up when you're down. But A for effort, you tried. Let's try again. Just keep working on yourself. Why didn't you hit me with words? I was you. You still gotta work on your mansion. Those doors are paying you open. That's why, because the first part is what? Each person that hurt you in your life, in your mansion, they own that door of pain. They're wide open. Why do you think you see your father, my brother, you know, you gotta cringe, you gotta, why are you avoiding them? Because the child trauma, that's why. You're scared they'll trick you again. Yes, you don't have to deal with them. That's why you show them from a distance. If you have to push everybody away, then push everybody away for now. That's healthy for you behind the screen as an individual. They're gonna talk, let them talk this shit, or you're being mean. In time when you have the courage, I'm pushing you away because I'm working on myself. I'm agree with you should work on yourself also, but every time I deal with you, guess what? You're stressing me more than I'm supposed to be stressed. I'm not against you, but you should work on yourself. And they can still, once again, be verbally and potentially physically abusive, reactive abuse. That is their option, their choice, quote unquote. It's premeditated. In time when you learn these words, tell me, yo, what you're doing to me by being, mean with your words, you're doing deflection projection. What the hell does that mean? Exactly. Google, YouTube, TikTok, reactive abuse, crash course to life for everybody. You don't think about empathy narcissist? Type in narcissist on TikTok, the best platform in the universe, better than YouTube. Watch the whole world die. Dead ass. That's why I think I've been TikTok for 2 years. I was on Facebook. Notice when I say this, Facebook, like 95% straight up 2D Shiba blue pillars. I don't care if they're, notice when I say that, I don't care if they're like Wiccans, tarot card readers, astrologists, stones. You're the higher power, 47 the Matrix, right? How are you still in your feelings? How do you get tricked by petty ass words? How so? And you talk about all this positive talk, right? And someone makes a comment in your live on Facebook, or I make my comments like, cause you're like, oh, all men are the same, all women. I'm like, you can't, you can say a lot, you can't say all. I say this, all traditional lost empathists and narcissists, y'all broken and codependent each other, cause I don't need none of you guys at all. If the world dies out, I'm the only person, guess what? I'm blessed in life. I chip, I don't fall, I death in my situation, I go on my day. A lot of people, if that scenario happens to you, you trip, you fall, you might not last here. You probably don't last maybe a year top, maybe a year tops. And you know what? Because now you know what? It is true. Nobody else is just I. If you cannot deal with yourself when people were here, now nobody's here, just you behind the screen, yo, you're not going to make it that long. You're going to cash out. Got to go get out of this world, right? Nah, I live to the fullest of my life. As it is, I speak to myself. 1,000. I have a full-ass conversation with myself all day, every day. That's why I'm going to start doing more pods with my people, my one-on-ones. I told them, you don't gotta show your face, just do audio. It's all about you. It's all about you. Nah, I'm blessed in life. Ask me any question about Repo Talk, I got you. I'll give you every aspect, every scenario what you're about to get into, especially with relationships. Because relationships, if you break down relationships, they're hella hard. Dead ass, especially when you start mixing like cultures and religions and environments. It's a lot of shit. Remember, on my side, I mean, quote unquote Mexican, Hispanic, right? Chicano, Mexican American, born from the States. Never been to Mexico in my life, right? Parents are from there, right? So with that said, if I hook up with a girl and she's, let's say she's, Dominican, right? She's Latina, right? Hispanic, but we don't really mix because culture based, the way we're raised, we actually speak Spanish, but we have different dialects. But let's say she's Japanese, major curveball, squares and circles, right? So on my side, I got what? My culture, my family, my environment, my religion. Her side, her culture, her family, environment, and whatever environment. I mean, religion, culture, environment, and then the way they're brought up, etc. So we have those categories as two beings trying to be one, right? Be a couple, quote unquote. And the downfall, if we have not worked on each other like a lot of us have in this universe, what do? We get our families involved on both sides. If the ones that are seeing like, yes, why do you think the more empathetic ones, they see, because it's not the relationship wise, right? And they see through it like, yo, he or she's not good for you. If everyone's telling you that, like 90%, yo, dead ass, they are for warning. But here's the kicker. If you're already trauma bonded, you're stuck like Chuck. You're in your head like, I see the good in them. Dropping that corny ass 2D blue pill fucking comment saying is the most deceiving in the universe. Because why? By you seeing the good in them and not in yourself, that's what happens to you. You're about to get destroyed every which way. And that's why females are more empathetic, males are more narcissistic. Then you have race, religion, culture. And you want the number one's in the sound trigger warning. The most highest narcissistic ones are the Middle Eastern cats. Before Jesus were destroying each other, after they're doing the same thing. Sounds kind of harsh, right? And then you have what? Africans and freaking Spanish cats. So I tell people, modern slavery is what? Relationships. Dead ass. Think about it really, really good. How come you females are more empathetic, right? Loving and all that great jazz. And then when you try to leave a relationship with a narcissistic person because they're being verbally and more likely physically abusive with you, when you try to leave, what are you trying to do? Leave for your freedom. Fight for your freedom. The physical part of freedom. And that you potentially have some of these guys are narcissists to the fullest. Because remember, we can all be a covert narcissist. We can all be a sociopath, psychopath. How come a square person angel gets cheated on and they snap? They go from being a empathetic person, empath, all the way to a covert sociopath, psychopath. Because someone cheated on you. Why? Because they broke trust and loyalty. Now you unalive somebody over what they've done, which was a premeditated decision was. That's a downfall situation because what? Because you're broken and codependent because you need her or him in your life. No, you don't person you need is yourself. You want them in your life. That's me as I speak. Like my recent ex-wife. She broke it in March, right? The healthiest, for me as an individual behind the screen, the healthiest breakup in the universe. Didn't shed a tear. I tripped. I did not fall. That's my situation. I still want my lives. Still do my one-on-ones. Still do my pods. Still want to work, etc. Still on social media. All you blue pillars and some of you red pillars, what do y'all do if you go through a breakup? Especially on social media. Especially if you're famous on social media, what are you doing? Y'all make a TikTok, an IG, whatever your post is. Especially like a little video, right? But hey, check out, guys. Going through a breakup, so I'm going to take a little break from social media. What do I do when I hear that? Like, well, you're definitely a blue pillar. Like, I was you. I'm not being rude to you, but I was you. You're about to die. It's going to hurt bad for a minute. I pray for you and that's it. I pray you don't fall to man-made bullshit, drugs, alcohol, pills, to numb up and run from your problems. Yes, no one deserves to get cheated on. No one deserves to get mistreated. I'm not the best person. I've done a lot of wrong. But I'm more nice than bad, right? But why do we do wrong? That's why we got to take the rep and figure out why we did wrong. Why did they do wrong? And the intent to study it, once again, your red flags, their red flags, study them, comprehend them. Don't dwell on the past. Don't sit in the past, comprehend it. So in the time when you're quote unquote get into your relationship wise, you don't bring baggage with you. You don't bring toxicity with you. Because if you do, I promise you 1,000, you're going to self-sabotage relationship. How so? More males than females say this corny ass line, and we do, I said it. You're just like my ex. You just self-sabotaged it. And what's she going to say? Why'd you compare me to your ex? I'm not your ex. And now what's she do in her head? She's in competition with your ex. Right? And now she questions her self-worth. And you, as guys more than girls, right? What do? Tell a sob story. My ex is crazy, all this stuff. She didn't love me, all this corny ass shit, right? So with that said, we saw a sob story, play role of victim. And then the person more pathetic wants to take it like puppies, take care of us, and they're giving us everything. Bathe us, clothe us, feed us, love us, TLC, everything. Giving you everything that your ex didn't do. And now you have that corny ass line, you're just like my ex. And then we become more ruthless with these words. That's why, that's why my ex told me that the oxymoron, like, in 2013? The our relationship was like, I messed up a lot, deadass, because I don't die with words, deadass, at all. Like, before, nothing. My father became done with it, the verbal abuse, physical abuse. And then my first baby mom, narcissist to the fullest, narcissistic. Remember, everyone's got BPD empathy. So with that said, became more numb with words. I've heard everything in English, Spanish, all the negative shit you hear, man. Pretty ruthless type of shit. And that's why when you're more empathetic wise, you will get destroyed with petty ass little words. You will question your self-worth. You have no motivation in life. Why do you think when you're in toxic relationship wise, a lot of us gain weight, no motivation, we don't do shit? Why? Because our environment is garbage, because look who's by our side. And we're still there praying, hoping, planning to God the partner changes. Gaslighting, manipulating ourselves, that it potentially might work out. And it doesn't, then what? And remember, nobody in the universe you can't even buy it back. You cannot get love, time, and emotions back. So with that said, why do you want to keep wasting the wrong individuals? I make it sound easy once again, man. Because why? I had a support team. 10 of light workers, I love it death. I had 10 people I can vibe with 80 days of my life. And here's the worst part of the analogy, right? When you go to a breakup, it's a bad analogy, but if you gotta hear it. I love saying it. A day is a minute's an hour. I think about a minute's an hour's a day, a day's a week's a month, and so on and so on. So 88 days could be like, 800 years, that type of shit, 880 years. mentally wise, because time drags so slow, right? I feel like infinity. And then what do we worry about? Worry about what? The sunset, dusk. Why? Because this is the loneliness beats us up. How so? Because he or she's not by our side. They already moved on. They cheated. Whatever the situation is, they're not by our side, and that's why we die big time at night. It hurts hella hard at night. Because now you used to, no matter if your relationship's garbage, y'all toxic, so at least you had a body by your side, right? Codependency wise, that's why I say trigger warning: addiction, loneliness, and let me see, addiction, loneliness, and trauma bonds. All equal what? Codependency wise. You don't need a bottle, drugs, nor pills. You don't need a partner at all. You want a partner. But with that said, that's if they want you. And for the most part, why do men cheat? I love talking about this. Red pill talk. Why do men cheat? Because typically they fall to what? Lust. So once a cheater, once a player, yes, with you. You give me the green scenario. If I'm with you, I cheat on you, sorry babe, messed up, and you forgive me, right? And you give me a chance. You actually give me a green light. I might not cheat on you today, tomorrow, 5 years from now, that you don't know what I'm doing, but I can do 6 years, right? And that's why the intent is the next relationship, I don't cheat. If I keep cheating in the next relationship, then guess what? I easily fall to lust, right? Because I have what? Here's the kicker, the punchline. Because I have no self-will. Keep doing it with you and everybody else after you. It's called a habit. Are you ready for it? Because I'm what? Capital B, I'm broken. Sounds hard. It's blue pill, red pill. I'm broken for now. I should fall back, work on myself. Go through my healing, awaken, woke journey. A lot of people in the universe are healing, awakened. I'm Morpheus in the Matrix. A lot, not really when I say this, anytime I see anyone on any platform on their username, they say woke. I'm like, oh, you're woke, I'm woke. Yo, we got a good conversation. There's no way I should trigger you at all. Highly impossible type of shit. You might raise your voice because you might have the way I speak, vice versa, but we'll keep it humble each way. Because all of us that are awakened and woke have our own different analogies, metaphors, etc. wise. So with that said, when you say that, I'm like, oh, let me call you out and see what's up. Let's do that. Oh, and then here's the best part. When you're awakened, woke in the Matrix wise, what are we doing? We studying, we observing. I go on anyone's live. What's it about? I mean, I see any female live, right? I go scroll to a female's live. I'm not even going to say this. Look at my numbers on all platforms as we speak. Look at my numbers. Look at my likes. Look at my comments. Very minimal, right? Now go to any female's live. I fucking 10,000 more than I. Right? And especially if they're showing skin, offering you lust every which way. But none of them, like 99% of them that are more like that, they can't teach you anything I'm talking about. They cannot teach you anything about positive advice, about life, relationships, narcs. None of them. Yeah, if there is, tag me in them. In the Spanish culture, Hispanic and Spaniards, the only one that I can vibe with that I met so far, and that's through social media. Not where I'm from, Eastern Washington State, yo, I challenge all Eastern Washington. I tell them all my life, seeing my face to face. Tag all your family and friends. In the Spanish, yo, you can't teach me this. None of my family can teach me none of this. They didn't teach me this. I crash course to life. I figured it out, and with deja vu, my God, Lucifer, the future me, and I had a little sit down in my dreams, and guess what? Now I'm telling a story. I figured it out. All I need is me. I don't need nobody else. I want people. If people come in my life, I get it. They get it, believe. I trip, I don't fall. That position goes why? Because they're going through things in life. I don't need them in my life. I want them in my life. So that's why the Spanish culture, I'm not saying, really going to say like the Spanish girls, Hispanic and Spaniards, like, look at the way you speak, look at the way you talk, look at the way I carry myself. So if you can rock me, vibe me, then we talking and vibing. But if not, I won't be mean to you. I also talk to you as a friend associate. But you know, if you go by traditional ways, you go by culture, religion, God, which is cool, that's beautiful. But you know, I'll be too much for you because look at the way you speak. And here's the kicker: I'm on social media. Like me, individual, I won't ever stop what I'm saying to my last dying breath until social media is done, Wi-Fi is removed, or someone puts in my head one in my head because I'm too much for the universe. They don't want people to work on the universe because Red Pill does not make money at all, right? Because they don't want you to wake up. They want you to keep up especially in the Spanish culture, and I like to say our culture 1,000, keep what? Partying, kicking, and being a toxic, etc. right? Follow your drugs, alcohol, pills. Buy your Gucci product, etc. Buy all the banities to happiness. Do that, and you're making everybody else rich but yourself. And all you're doing, once again, are buying banities to happiness. That's all it is. Look at the rich people in the universe. How you have, Kim Kardashian, right? Well off, a zillion times full versus any of us, right? still in her feelings, still in chocolate, and she doesn't know why. And she has the best therapist in the fucking universe, and she doesn't know why. I would love to talk to her. Anyone that's rich, like, check it out. You can go travel, Dubai, all that good shit, right? But at the end of the night, I promise you 1,000. You can't even deal with the person in the mirror, right? You can't deal with yourself 5 to 10 minutes. And here's the best part. Ready for it? When you lay down, you can't go to sleep, can you? Still with the overthinking, all the shit going on live, right? And then you have what? Like I had that shit for 3 years of my life. Insomnia. That shit sucks balls. Because you think to yourself, like a lot of us, I wish my brain, my thoughts had like a light switch. I could shut it off, and from there, wise, I could sleep like a baby, wake up, turn that shit back on. Cool. At least I slept like a baby. But no, we can't. That's what I mean right now. The last 2 years, I love it. When I sleep, I die. My body, like, I don't know how my body puts on myself, because this body, this vessel, is hella weak. Dead ass. We get a paper cut, we die. We get in our feelings, we die. That's why when you work on yourself, like I tell me, in my mansion, in my head, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, I'm a beast, I'm a god, I'm immortal. I won't ever die. I'm better than Zeus. How did Zeus fall? Because his pride got into the situation. Lusting around with it, messing around people, throwing his power trip, etc. Because that's what bad side of him. He didn't know what this is. And Lucifer was your hate, pride, ego, lust, power, and greed. And even when the people that took him out, what happened? After they took him out, unalived him, they felt guilty. All that shit, all that beef, and they felt guilty, shedding tears over him. Damn, there you go. That's awesome. That's the best feeling to have. Now they have a guilt trip, and now what? You gotta live with that shit, and it sucks, right? But with that said, that's why as an individual, you work on yourself. Focus on the person in the mirror. The real world in the universe, man. Badass. And with that said, I'm gonna try to do some like little subjects. I have a bunch of the scribblers I was going through, like when I was working on some of my applications. So I want to talk about certain things. And me, like as an individual, like yo, like y'all on my platform, you can ask questions whenever you want to, man. Don't be shy. If you want to do Repo Talk, Rob Real Life. I don't care about Blue Pill Talk. Not gonna say that, but Blue Pill Talk is very relevant. It will not benefit you in life, because why do you want to worry about man-made BS, drugs, alcohol, pills? Why? Why not about war? The gangs around you, all the drugs. Why worry about that? Keep on the best ads, avoid the best ads, and you blessed. Show them love from a distance. Remember this, that's you as an individual behind the screen. That's your environment. You control the best ads, but you cannot control anyone's actions around you at all. You can avoid the best ads, for sure, but you gotta be very cautious every which way. And that's why me as an individual, in time, when everything falls into place, my money is straight. Because, like, once again, man-made stuff, I don't have the money, obviously, for nothing like that. So I just can't get up a leave. But a lot of people behind the screen are struggling also financially-wise. The recession going on, all that great jazz, right? But adapt to a best ads. Don't get discouraged. Even if you're in the ghetto, it's cool. Remember, just go straight home. As long as your 4 walls of your temple and you're blessed, you fucking good. The intent, if you have a good partner, then you blessed. Like, yo, that ass, Blue Pill Talk. Look around you, war, negative shit in the ghetto, the hood, etc., right? What's that called? Hell on earth, right? And if you go by religion, whatever religion is, a lot of us are taught that, like, when you pass away, now it'd be like Care Bears, everyone should have respect here, now your pain gone, everything's gone, everything's beautiful, quote unquote, after you pass. So we're in our heads, we're praying and hoping that, we're not here no more in time. Like, yo, God, give me like, 30 years tops and I'm done because I'm tired of this universe, right? Quote unquote, aka Earth, right? And that's Blue Pill Talk, Red Pill Talk, Jedi, yo, heaven on earth is around you. What? How so? Anything that makes you happy. Anyone that makes you happy. You see your kiddos, you see your parents, your co-workers. I tell people, analogy-wise, physically I'm not by your side, but when y'all doing your posts on your social media, y'all hiking, chilling, having fun, heaven on earth. I'm spiritually, mentally, emotionally by your side. I'm traveling with you. That's all my one-on-ones. Like, physically I'm not by your side, but I'm always in your pocket. Spiritually, mentally, emotion-wise, I'm always by your side. Always. Don't ever feel alone. And be like, well, I feel like I'm codependent of you. If you want to use that word, but you don't have to. Like, I want you to call me. Hit me up, I got you. I'll pick it 1,000 times as a friend associate, not as a partner, because I can't fix you or save you. But I can heal you guys, support you, uplift you, my love to you. 1,000. I want it. Like, why the world gave up on you, I won't. What? I want you to get your life back. I want you to figure it out. And I'll guide you every which way. Even if you fall on your face 1,000 times, 10,000 times, I don't care. You're my friend associate. You're not my partner. Because remember, when you're working yourself and you comprehend this, you cannot fix, change, or save nobody in the universe at all. You can only do that for the person in the mirror, and that's it. I can physically scenario. I'm talking about one-on-ones, right? The females are going through, the baby father drama, etc., or they're dealing with the exes, wives, right? I tell them, if I had the money and power, the scenario now, I can take you and your kiddos, right? You and I can go to North Pole, chill with Santa Claus, right? And Mrs. Claus. So I physically saved you and the kiddos, right? The kiddos, as long as they're happy and they're good, they're blessed. They probably don't worry about the father for now, right? Especially when they're young, etc., right? Even if they're older, because they're in a healthy environment now. They can actually walk around and, they're not dealing with freaking child trauma. My father, mother always beefing, dad's always popping off, throwing shit, etc. They're actually in a good environment, good people, and they're loving it. But you as an individual, here's the kicker, ready for it. If you're dealing with the trauma bond, then guess what? Even if you don't do drugs, alcohol, pills, like a lot of us, like I did, we would make fun of crackheads, alcoholics, people that, like my buddy, I'll give him shit sometimes, because they'd be, I'm having depression, I'm gonna pop my pills. Like, baby boy, get your pills, go run to your pills, and we just make fun of them, right? Obviously that's wrong, but I didn't know what it was, I didn't know that was narcissist traits. No, that's, because we're not taught this shit at all, right? So with that said, we make fun of them, right? But remember, here's a very good analogy. If you don't do drugs, alcohol, and pills, right, and you're bullying people that when they're going through their ish in life, that's why it's called a trauma bond. When you lay down with somebody, what are you doing? Exchanging energy, right? Forming a bond, aka soul tie. So you don't do drugs, alcohol, and pills. But I tell them, I physically saved you. We're chilling with, Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus, right? So I physically saved you, but it wasn't happening when you're stuck in a trauma bond. Analogy, you're the crackhead, he's a crack. He's your fix. And you need to tell me your video, can you take me back? No, thank you, hermano, thank you. No, I'm just telling a story. Like, I tell you, 2 years ago, man, I went through a bad breakup. I died hard, but Blue Pill Talk, which I just like saying this, but it's the truth. Blue Pill Talk, I had to die to get to this point. Everything happens for a reason in life. Red Pill Talk, no. I don't believe that at all. Because look what I'm saying. Deadass. There has to be other woke neos and trees in the Matrix, in the whole universe. It has to be. It's highly impossible. Out of all the tongues in the universe, all, not a little bit, not a lot, all the religions, all the cultures in the whole universe, I'm the only one saying this, 1,000. Breaking it down to the T to make it bare minimum where it's black, white, and gray, and that's it. Because right now, check it out, analogy. As an individual, before you go see a therapist, counselor, psychiatrist, right? Anybody that you vent to, right? Your life is like what? Because what? It's not. A lot of people have the suicidal thoughts, right? Why? It's that you don't want to be here. It's this because you're tired of what? Love hurts. No, love. Blue Pill Talk, love hurts. Red Pill Talk, no, it does not hurt at all. What hurts is what? Remember, love is what? Beautiful, healing, soothing, care bear type of shit. What hurts is toxic love. What's toxic love? Anyone that hurts you with these words to get you in feelings. When you loving somebody, like relationships, right? Toxic relationships the fullest. When you're dying and crying, what are you doing? By you over loving them, you love for yourself. When you're crying for them, you're crying for yourself. Why? You overloved them, right? And that's called what? Toxic love. Because you're loving somebody that does not love you back. Then what hurts after that? Pain hurts, right? And then cherry on top, ready for it? Overthinking hurts. That's why you're triggered all up here. Your mansion, all the doors are pain wide open. Because you haven't let go of your exes, past pain, toxic love, trauma, and child trauma. That's why you have anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger issues. Triggers what? All capital letters. Overthinking, reactive abuse. That's why you don't want to be here. Because if you're not here, you don't feel shit. Everything ends, right? Quote unquote. The downfall, what's the repercussions? Anyone that had a conversation with you, right? Everyone in your life, all they have is that last conversation. Let's say you had an altercation and you never, kissed and made up type of shit, right? Never squashed it. That person would feel guilty, like, yo, had all this time to reach out and say, I'm sorry. Like, at least I can see, I'm sorry on my side. I can't have it. Now I sit with them for the rest of my life. That's why I tell people, like, don't do that, Try to avoid that best ass. I tell you, yo, you might feel alone behind the screen, but I promise you 1,000, you can always reach out to me. DM me. I'll talk to anyone in the universe. Because it's not about it's about you. Let's help you. How do you simplify your life? See what you're struggling with, Just you already, what I'm asking, what's bothering you? If you want to talk about it here. If not, I tell you, DM me, Zoom call. I love, not even going to say it, but I love talking about with the universe. Everybody. Because we all deserve to get a life back. We all deserve not to question our self-worth. We all deserve not to be in our feelings like that deep. You know what I mean? That's why I've all been coming for a reason. Like, it's triggering, but like I tell people, my job is to trigger you, yes, but I'll hold your hand, guide you which way. A lot of people will trigger you, but they're more narcissistic ones, and they'll kick you down. They won't ever let you get up. And they'll tell everybody, yo, see John over there? he's weak, he's soft. Tell him this and this and this. Every time they're in the feelings, oh, hermano, what's up? He say, how you doing? Welcome to the life. How you doing? How's your night? How's the kiddos? How's life? How's your mansion? So with that said, that's why I tell everybody, man, like, you know, don't give up, man. I got you guys. Like, I don't charge nothing. I do my one-on-ones. I've been doing it for 2 years, man. I think my ex, my baby mom, like, she was like, cause I was with the kiddos, right? And she was like, I try to sneak out, do my little phone calls, because they're going through it. And she's like, do you even get paid for this? I go, if they want to do it, that's on them. But in time, she's like, so why do you care about people? I go, well, look what we went through. I'm sorry, we went through a lot, so I learned a lot from our situation. I don't want no one in the universe to go what we went through. That's why. That's just very unjust. And for me, I tell people, I'm blessed at 30 years old, then, not 41. My last 2 years of my life, I love life. I love everybody. I finally learned to love the person in the mirror. 1,000. Not 100, not 300, no, 1,000. We all deserve to get our life back, man. And that's what I tell. That's why I say what I'm saying to my last dying breath. Thinking, man. And that's why, I won't stop. That's my mission, like my job, quote unquote, is to ride with y'all. Go on lives, do my TikToks. Right now I'm about to bump it up 1,000, and I tell you, the last 2 years I've been nice with my words, cautious with my words, best as. But how do I get the whole universe's attention? By just keeping it humble and just staying quiet, just chilling and watching my words? Nah. Now I'm gonna bump it up 1,000 and call everybody out, everyone in the universe. I don't care. I tell you, yo, $0 in your pocket, $1 trillion, 27 supercars. I'll give no shit what you is. Like, I'm happy you're doing good financially wise. You don't have the financial stress. A lot of us do. But here's the best part. How am I a single father with 8 kids struggling financially wise, right? But I did it to myself, right? So now I'm trying to fix that part. But I still love life. I'm not discouraged in life. I'm not falling to drugs, alcohol, pills, which is my premeditated choice, like anyone's choice. But I get it. I'm not calling you weak. Blue pill wise, I'll say it just to trigger you. But red pill, like, no, you're weak for now. Why did you let it get to you? And that's what I say all the time in my life. Like, yo, like, I got you, man. You trip and fall many, many times in life, like I did. But with that said, you know, just don't give up in life, man. I promise you, like they say, like my tenant, I love to death. You know, like I told me in the beginning, you know, you don't want to hear this, but I'm gonna tell you this: you don't need your life. Stay strong, don't fold. Stay ready and baby steps, man. I promise you, you know, it's a blessing in disguise. And obviously, you can cuss me out. I did the same thing with my light worker and stuff. Cause like, what do you mean I deserve this shit? No one deserves it. But I promise you just don't see it yet. It's a blessing in disguise. And like I say, there's light at the end of the tunnel. There is. Deadass, there is. It just takes a support team. No bragging rights when I say this, right? It's not a competition at all. But I had 10 light workers in the squad. For 88 days, I let my ex go 100% in 88 days. And then 14, 70 later, I let her go 1,000. Ron real. That's why I was saying 1,000. That's why I tell everybody, yo, we talking vibe, especially as a partner to be a potential. Keep it raw with me. You can try to sell me a dream, but I see through that shit and I'll call you out when I bother you. Why you lying? They're just words, man. But why? Why can't you just keep it 1,000? If you're going through, if you get triggered, then let's talk about your triggers. Like, cause you're not coming in my life as a potential to be, and like, oh, like talking, yo, I say my life all the time, yo, females. I talk to many, like 98% of my followers on all platforms are females, 2% males, cause females aren't scared to talk. They're not scared to ask a question, right? So with that said, if you're the potential to be and I'm gonna come in my life, like, yo, like you talk to as many females, you're all on social media, like I'm gonna be on social media until I either put one in my head or Wi-Fi is done. But I'll still do my pods, my YouTube, my Spotify, everything. I'm trying to put it, yo, whatever you believe in, don't stop. You're your number one supporter. If you blow up, cool. If you don't blow up, you're still cool. Because guess what? In my head, I'm the biggest superstar in the universe. Deadass. I don't have the financial part. No, I don't. But I don't worry about that. Because spiritually, emotionally, mentally, in my mansion, I'm a beast. I'm a god, I'm immortal. I won't ever die. I will keep telling the story to my last dying breath. So you guys can get your life back. I'm blessed in life. Every day I wake above ground, guess what? I get to tell another story. The same story again. To hold you and guide you every which way, because all I can do for you in the universe and vice versa, heal you, guide you, support you, uplift you, form, show my love to you, and that's all I can do for you. I can't fix, change, or save you. If we could, guess what? We would all be happy as hell. Be blessed in toxic relationships and convert to positive relationships. But is it happening that way? No, we're dying in them hard. Especially with the more empathetic, say, aka the good guy, good girl. You get demolished every which way. And then you ask yourself, like, yo, like, why do I let people use me and abuse me? Why can't I say no? Why can't I verbalize my boundaries? Why do I feel guilty? Because we're brainwashed that we need people in life. We're brainwashed that She'll love everyone. That if I match people's energy, they'll match it back, and that's the downfall of red pill talk. No, that's very far from the truth. Very, very far from the truth. A person is more narcissistic. They don't go by your rules. They act nice. They can't be nice for now. That's why, like I used to say, all narcissist people are bad. They were disciples. These were disciples, etc. So why should I pray for them? Why should I show no respect? And that's why, that's when in your awakening part, you have the right to say that because you're still looking at the Matrix. But when you become woke, like, nah, to all the narcissists behind the screen, just because you go to a doctor to call your set and tell you got BPD, MPD, yo, I promise you 1,000, everyone got that shit. Everyone in the universe has that. The intent is to control your narcissist traits. And what triggers them? Words and feelings, environment, etc. Typically, it's words and feelings. Why did you allow these words to trigger you when you become verbally and physically abusive? That's the question you should be asking yourself. And that's why you get triggered. I tell my one-on-ones, what triggered you? What got you in your emotions? I don't know. Then let's fall back. What? You don't have to, but let's talk about it. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But in time when you're ready to, because there's no pressure, I promise you 1,000, you know the answer. You just need guidance. That's all it is. I was you. I'm good. Are you good? Because if you were good, why are you in your feelings? Why are you mad, bitter, hateful, sad, etc.? Why fuck that guy? Why fuck that guy? What did he do to you? Well, he called me stupid. So remember this. In your mansion, anyone that hurts you with these words, they add a door of pain. So in your mansion, how many doors of pain do you have open? And here's the worst part. If you have a random person like me to tell me, yo, I'm the whole universe trigger warning, have all my ink for a reason. If I'm behind the screen, you hear my, on these lives, etc., my Paul's YouTube channel, etc., and I trigger you, that's bad. That lets you know individual you struggle hella bad with words and feelings from a person behind a screen you don't know from atoms. So imagine in real life, your real environment, where you live out in this universe, anyone could hurt you and demolish you with words. Anybody can. And now you're having people on social media bother you and trigger you with words. Remember, you don't want to keep adding doors of pain in your mansion at all. Try to avoid them best as. That's why what do? If you have to push everybody your way, even on social media, take a break. That's how people, man. Like it's social media. There is no remorse. You got to be very cautious. People remember this, but when you learn these words, when anyone bullies you, especially on social media, talk shit to you, deflection, projection. I tell my one-on-ones, and I'm on my TikTok side, because I was on Clapper, but again, it's gonna sound crazy when I say this, on Clapper, which is the close app to TikTok, because on TikTok, I'm in Clapper, you can do the same thing like TikTok. I could take anyone's comment, anyone's post, etc. I can click on it, do a video response. I was like, no way. I'm always hyping up TikTok. Shell, yeah, I was promoting Clapper, but I got banned for the second time, and now pretty much banned for life because they have an AI, which is smart as hell, that recognizes my phone number. It doesn't matter if I switch my address and my email address, etc. I would have to get a whole new phone number. I'm not doing that. But I got banned for positive talk. Look, that's what I'm talking about. Raw real life, right? Deadass for everyone behind I'm behind the screen. I'm sorry, what you gonna call it? So I got banned for that. No reason I say this, but I was only on my second account, right? I was on it for 6 days. I almost had like 1,000 followers. I was getting so mad and respect. It was fucking retarded, man. I love, obviously as beings being positive wise, you love seeing positive comments. I love interaction. That's how why y'all scared of words in conversation? Why y'all scared of asking a question? If you're scared of asking my lives and any of my TikToks, or DM me. Like I get it, introverts, you shy, I get it, most definitely wise. I get the concept, but if you don't ask a question, how are you gonna learn? How are you gonna have scenarios in your head of forewarning type of thing, But so on Clapper, it was mind blowing. Commenting, like they were like, yo, I love the way you speak, man. You speak some good shit. You speak fast, I know. I go, and then you have accent, but I replay it and I'll try to comprehend it. And you got my attention. Oh, what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to the live, And they be like, every time I log into my Clapper, I'm always looking for your stuff, just to see what you posted. So it sucks because I was doing so good, right? And boom, 6 days, banned, officially banned for life type of shit. For positive talk, 3D, 70, red pill talk, raw real life. I'm not here for entertainment. I'm not here to just, when I say there's the blue pill shit. I do not care about blue pill talk at all. That shit's irrelevant. High value men, high value women. What color is your Bugatti? When a female lays down 5 bodies, she's a hoe. She's done. She's washed up. You're 40 plus, no kids, not married. You're washed up. You don't have cats. That's all blue pill fucking talk. Take the red pill. That's what I tell all you on these platforms, anyone on these pods. I don't give a shit who you is. Tell me why that she washed up. Why do we have the whole face? A male can do it because that's what biology on that corny ass shit. I'm a guy. I can lay down many bodies. That's what men do in biology, right? A female does 5 bodies and plus, she's in the whole face. She's washed up. Nobody wants her because all that corny ass analogy. One key, many cars. All that corny shit. Like, but here's the kicker. Take the red pill. Why are people doing whole faces? What? Bring me your blue comment. Oh, because he has biology and man. Because in the Bible, Samson did all that corny shit. Yeah, he did it because, like, Mr. 27 supercars, right? Because you have the money and power. You buy all your girlfriends. Every single one of them you buy. They are not authentically with you because they all with you, but they have to stay loyal to you. But you're not loyal to them. Which is your choice, premeditated. I have nothing against you, more power to you, etc. So with that said, you have the money and power. Why do you think rich people are so bored with the relationship? Why? They can't stay loyal because they can't be loyal to themselves. But once again, as long as they verbalize, like when I did my benefits wise, and was it wrong? Yes. But I told my friend in Seattle, this is back in 2011. I told every single one of them, here's the policy: like me, don't love me. See my baby moms over there? You see her on the phone? This is the girl I love. I don't know how to get rid of this shit. It's garbage. It's a poor relationship, etc. So, but obviously, yes, easy to them. But that's what I tell them. I'm not your partner, vice versa. We're going to do a fake major love story. Anyone see in the streets, we're cutting shit. Yo, I'm going to ask you, how long you been together? Pay that shit off. 2 weeks, 3 months, whatever. Just go, oh, you're a couple. Thank you. Don't be like, oh, no, we're just friends. You drop that corny ass line nowadays, we're just friends. No, you're more than friends. Trust that. If you can't say, oh, this is Maria, that's my boy John. Can't be saying that. That corny ass line, we're just friends. Yeah, you're way more than friends. Trust that. That's why I love the young generation. You guys rat yourselves out so bad. It's my generation, 80s, 90s, and older. We can say that, yeah, that's my friend, because that's our term. It was just a friend. No passing boundaries. 95, 2000 and higher. Nope. We're just friends. Yeah, I bet you are. That's me. I like the bullshit. Are you friends or are you friends? Right? So that's why it's and that's for me. Like that's why you have guidance in life. That's why everyone's an empath initially wise. Everyone's a light worker every which way. Wild little angels not knowing, right? So with that said, like it's on red pill. Why would they do the whole phase? That's everybody. Anyone tell you you're doing the whole phase, especially guys, they tell them, oh, because no, you're doing the whole phase because you know why? That one that destroyed you, that one that demolished you every which way. You're always comparing them to them. Like me when I was doing my benefits, right? No bragging rights when I say. As a matter of fact, I'm about to upload the pod tonight. You want to hear what I did in Seattle? I got many stories, right? So with that said, shit, 10 to 11 months, 100 plus, lost count. Every which way, because I felt to lust every which way. It became so easy. I'm not even going to say, you females are so easy to talk to, 1,000. And it's all about body language, and I call it the 10-second rule. 0 to 2 seconds, hi, what's up, how's it going? Love and respect, nothing. 0 to 5 seconds, still love and respect, right? But now when you do 5 to 10 seconds, especially 10 seconds, like the flicks, you look at me, we lock eyes, nothing exists. Nothing exists. This is you and I. Then guess what? Analogy. I'm the vampire, you're the human. She just invited me in. Now what am I going to do? Because the vampire by rules cannot go in the human's house until they invite him in, right? So, now it's my choice. That's why I did my edge. I'm like, this is easy. I already knew the situation, right? But the reason why we do the whole phase, because we're trying to fill a void we cannot get from our ex. Like my homegirl told me, she observed me for about a month, right? She was like, can I talk to you? Like, go for it. Like, you got to slow down. What do you mean? Yeah, I see what's going on, man. Like, you're doing benefits, I hear you, but hurt people, yes, right? And from there wise, you're just losing yourself. What do you mean I'm losing myself? Like, your ex, right? No matter how much you hate her, etc. wise, that's the person you love, quote unquote, right? These females, all of them, I see you coming, I see what you're doing. They, yes, they're more beautiful, all that good shit, but here's the kicker. All of them, you're comparing to her. Anyone you be with, it's now, comparing to her, to your ex. So, with that said, none of them will ever be your ex. You would love to get this love and affection from her, but she won't ever give you that. So you should slow down before you, STDs, babies, or you lose yourself more than you are, you destroy yourself, right? Oh, where you from? Oh, I'm from Washington State. I'm asking you, hey, where you from? I'm just talking about Repo Talk, life, relationship, whatever, empathy, narcissists, good and bad people. Trigger warning, everyone's got BPD, bipolar, borderline personality disorder, empathy, narcissistic personality disorder, the intent is to control your narc traits. That bad side is you. Lucifer side, hate, narcissistic pride, ego, lust, power, and greed. New York, but I live in Maryland. Awesome, East Coast. You know what's going on. My first baby mom, she's Latina. I'm born in Caracas, Venezuela, but she's mixed. She's quarter Puerto Rican, Dominican, Brazilian, and Cuban, but raised in New York. So that's why you hear certain words from the NY East Coast. It kind of comes out because I was with her for 12 years. So, and I speak faster than normal because typically Mexicans, Chicanos, we speak a lot slower, really slow. So I adapt to the Latinos and stuff like that, and that's why I sound like a chipmunk. So I apologize. I try to slow it down, but I love what I talk about because I'm just trying to get life back for everybody else. LOLD. Yo, yeah, no, sorry, man. I try to slow down. Like I feel like I get excited. Like I love talking about this because this is raw real life. That's why I'm ink on me for a reason, to guide the whole universe, and I have way more to come. But like 90% of my inks me just words, my passages, etc. That's all it's gonna be. To forewarn, it potentially would trigger you, but that's my job to trigger you because I want you to get your attention. And typically females, especially in Seattle, they're not scared to ask a question. Like especially if they're different cultures, they be like, "What's above your eyebrows?" I'll be like, "Empathists, narcissists, like good and bad people." I'm like, "What do you mean?" I go, "Well, can you explain the story of your tattoos?" For sure, yeah. Before that, by the way, guys, like I recommend this if you go on social media. Like TikTok is the #1 platform in the universe. Yes, right. The downfall. It is the one that has the most butterfly unicorns. They get into feelings. If you don't say hi to them, they can report you. Like I did. Not what I say is I did a live with my shirt off, right? Because when I got my neck done, my shirt was bothering my neck. My hairs. I just took it off. So all you see from my upper chest, that's all you see is this, right? And not even like 10 seconds, I got reported for hate speech, nudity. I'm like, yeah, but all those females, OS all day, every day. But it's cool. I get it. It don't hurt my feelings. That's why after the second time I got banned for hate speech, I was, you know what? I'm not doing this no more. I'm going to ask for a situation. So as we speak, I'm on 5 platforms. When I get a job, more money, I'm going to get 3 more cell phones. So what I'd be like, what up to TikTok squad? How you doing? What up to IG squad? No one's here, but hey, what's up with you? Likey squad, what's up? How y'all doing? You now, what's up? How's it going? And then Twitch, what's up? How you doing? So I got 5 platforms running at once. Once again, when I get a job more stable, I'll get 3 more. So then I'll be on Facebook, Twitter, and then YouTube. So 8 platforms at once. Eventually, all these lives will go onto my YouTube channel and my podcast, aka Spotify, right? TikTok, you can't go live till you have 1,000 followers. And I know that's retarded for sure, but that's the cool thing about every other platform other than TikTok. You can go live right away. But I take that back. Twitch, you have to have 100 followers before you can go live. And then, no, take it back. You can go live, but you can't do uploads. Like me, that's why I have a lot of uploads to do. I'm like, so if you guys can, guys, follow me on Twitch, please. I got the same username, Rita Lightworker, right? But with that said, I'm on all these platforms. So usually now my TikToks, I put on my banners. I do with the video editing wise, so you can see what platforms I'm on. So for the most part, even on Snap, Rita Lightworker wise, right? But anyways, I'll break down my ink. So 2 years ago, I went through a bad breakup, right? What's your TikTok? Oh, the same thing. Same thing above. Rita Lightworker. But so 2 years ago, I went through a bad breakup, right? So like blue pill talk, I had to die. Everything happens for a reason. Life's like a puzzle, and you piece it together, right? Blue pill talk, red pill talk, nah, because I went through my healing, awaken, awake, woke journey. I'm one of the Neos, trained in the Matrix, woke. I call everyone in the universe. I don't care. $0 in your pocket, $1 trillion, right? But with that said, so I went through a bad breakup. If I wanted to, I could do the whole phase again, or got a girlfriend right away, go body hopping. But I tell people, when you jump from relationship to relationship, you're just body hopping. So you don't take time to heal at all. More males do that than the females. But nowadays, young cats, they're just rolling. They don't know what they are at all. It's really bad for them because in this phone, there's a zillion options, right? So with that said, I felt bad with myself, and I was like, I had my 10 light workers. I love them to death. They're my therapist counselor for 88 days. That's my actual name, 88 days. I let it go 100%, 100, 14, 70 later, 1,000. So with that said, I was like, I worked on myself, did good, right? And before I became woken like in December 2020, but I was awakened from August and then prior otherwise. And I was like, I can stay quiet, right? Especially in Spanish culture, Hispanic to Spaniards. As a man, I'm also supposed to be saying on this. Especially I'm talking about the culture. I'm talking about how we function. I'm for one, the whole universe. If you're not Spanish, Hispanic and Spaniard, I will teach you about. You want to date us? I will form you, especially as males, even females too, but more males, because more, alphas, machistas, Abraham for a reason, and narcissists. And eventually I'm gonna get betas, mandelones, empathists wise, right? So I'll forewarn you what you're about to get into. You want to date us, and you ready to become a slave? I got you. But before that, on my side, I would tell you a story, forewarn you what the situation is, right? And that's why the Spanish people, a lot of males don't really like me too much, because I'm exposing what? Fathers, uncles, grandfathers, siblings, you know? Like, I tell a female, I like to make fun of them in Spanish culture. I'll be, yo, ladies, queens, hermanos, I love you guys, but don't, stay strong, don't fold. In time when you have the courage to leave, but stop being the esclave, the slave, because he's the slave master. Like, a scenario, if I have a girlfriend, right? And she's Spanish, right? So she's brainwashed to be what? The maid of the house, take care of the crib, and all that good stuff, right? Raise the kids. But me, as a man, quote unquote, I can be the alpha male. She's narcissist-wise, and I can cheat on her, be verbally, physically abusive. But I love her. I love God, and I go to church and pray, etc. Right? And she's got to stay there because she will get gaslighted and manipulated. Because she got to stay there because her mother, auntie, grandmother did it wise, right? Because the culture, religion, because the kids. Yeah, and you will stay there, and it sucks. You know, it's very wrong. That's why I preach to the full. Like, yo, ladies, like, don't do that shit to yourself. You have kids involved. You don't do it for the kids. You don't know. You do it for yourself. Walk away. It's gonna hurt bad. Oh yeah, it's gonna hurt bad. And the only reason why it hurts bad is because of codependency. First and foremost. Second of all, we're brainwashed that by us leaving, right, that we're breaking trust and loyalty. The downfall, if you want to try it out, stay as long as you're supposed to. Keep praying and planning, hoping your partner's gonna change. Do that. Do that for 12 years. My first baby moms. I destroyed it which way, and that's why, yo, anyone with the V card, the Virgin card, deadass, hold that shit as long as you can, especially nowadays, deadass. I will teach you because that's what me when I was doing my benefits. Oh, before I talk about that, why? So, anyways, back to that. Dang facts, we raised to be blindly loyal. 1,000, breathe 1,000, very well said, and it sucks, right? You know, especially a lot of cultures, yeah, but in the Spanish culture, everywhere, yeah, that's why you think all the other nationalities want to hear the Spanish girls. All these girls from different countries, because they're more, they're traditional good shit. Like, yeah, if you're more narcissistic as a man, you're gonna fucking mom them up and then you're gonna make them a slave. And they're already brainwashed to be a slave, and it sucks. And they gotta bow down. And then if a female wants to verbalize and pick up for herself, what is he gonna do? Run, cry to mommy and daddy about hey, your daughter's doing this. And what happens? Your parents roll up. That's your man. You be loyal. All this gaslight, manipulate, and then you still got what? Your child trauma. Gotta listen to mommy and daddy. Don't want to trigger them, right? Yeah, all that shit. It's so much shit going in relationships, man. It sucks, right? So that's when I was going to my breakup. I was like, you know what? Like, I can keep this stuff to myself or not say nothing, right? But what I do, like, F that. And meanwhile, here's the kicker. In life, you gotta make sacrifices, right? So before this, any of you guys, I'm a computer technician. Microsoft, Apple, I got you. Now I do my own, like, pods and stuff like that. And then, if you need help with YouTube channel and a podcast, I got you. I do my editing. I can help and guide you every which way. I'm only charging nothing. It just costs you your time. How much time do you want to put into it? I tell everybody, tell your story. Forewarn the universe. Do a pod. It's free. It just costs you your time, right? So with that said, I was in the valley. I was doing with computers, right? I had a little concept that I was doing the computer business, and I was ready, main person in the valley. I was getting I had my personal customers, and I had like all these businesses call me. So I was doing hella good, right? And I tripped and fell hard because of the breakup. I got demolished. So I was like, and one of my light workers, she's like, I told him I'm gonna go live, talking about this, call it the culture, all this shit, the way you're raised, right? And she's like, but you worked so hard for all this time to get your computer business going, and you're like a step away, and you're like 90% of your customers are Hispanics. You know that, right? I was like, yeah. You ready to lose everything? I was like, in life, like that's what I like to say. I go, yeah, in life we have to make sacrifices. I can keep this company, right? Keep this little dream. I'm almost there. I'm pretty much there. Or I sacrifice, give it up, and tell a story. Forewarn everybody. And what I do? F my little dream, let it roll. I only have one person to hold their hand and guide them, especially in the Spanish culture, Hispanics and Spaniards, the females. Like, yo, don't do that to yourself. Why do you want to be with alpha machista narcissist that he can cheat all this shit, be verbally, physically abusive, and stay as long as you're supposed to? Kids, marriages, years later, and you cannot get love, time, and emotions back. So if I can teach that, I was reading on social media. Why just not just tell a story now? So you should write a book. This is my digital book. I'm just telling a story to forewarn you. So that's what I did. I started doing that. And I was like, how do I get people's attention? I was against face tattoos and all that, and even neck, all that. You know what? I'm going all out. I don't care. I'm doing this for the universe. So I started getting all this, ink. I have way more to come. So with that said, oh, you do music? Awesome. Heck yeah. What kind of music am I asking? And I love all types of music. Remember, everyone in the universe has their own gifts. My gift is talking. If I happen to talk, I'll be a zillionaire. That's why I'm pushing my pods and my YouTube channel hard. Because, especially now I'm bumping my TikTok. You have ink therapy? Awesome. Do you have other platforms also? I can scope you out, I'm asking. Because I know on you now it's very like minimal type of thing. If that's okay to ask you that, etc. No passing boundaries, keeping it humble every which way. But I love ink therapy. I love to see people's stories, etc. Instagram mainly, is it the same username, I'm asking? If it is, I can write it down and I can follow you. But whatchamacallit, but yeah, so I started, doing my ink wise. So I tell people that I died in 2020, right? This is my ex's name. I died on May 3rd, 2020. And that's when I died hard, right? So here's a kicker, like, when my first baby mom destroyed me, I thought that, like, that was the worst pain in the world, right? Yeah, but there's no underscore. Oh, yeah, awesome. Cool, I'll follow you. Let me write it down. Sorry, guys, 2 seconds. Oh, this song right here is my brother, Young Drac. Scope him out. He's the one that helped me do communication comprehension with my breakup. It's called Mistake. I'm gonna actually do some stitches to him. Okay, awesome. Yeah, right now for sure. Yeah, that's a good thing about music. Like, you're musicians, right? So like, remember, everyone's got gifts. Like his gift is singing. His music. Like, I was shedding tears, right? I said, oh, what? Hell yeah, awesome. I love music, man. I love to hear the lyrics and the breakdown. But so I would listen to mention NF the rap artist. Like, he's not really a good person when you're going through a breakup. I'm not even gonna say it because your depression, anxiety, is gonna skyrocket and you hurt yourself every which way. So I was going through my Facebook, shedding tears, right? Because loneliness at nighttime beats you up bad, right? I'm a musician that plays saxophone, drums, sing. Damn, you multi-talented. That's beautiful. That's definitely your gift for sure. And I'll definitely scope you out and I'll plug you up. Let me see, boom, boom. And whatchamacallit, so I was going through it, right? And then I was shedding my tears, right? And I was thinking, I bumped into his cat called Young Greg. The song it's called Toxic Revolver, which is MGK's beat with his lyrics, right? And I was like, listen to the lyrics. I'm like, yo, that's exactly what it is. Like, I'm just like, I hurt her like her exes did. That's so wrong, and I'm like, that's a deep song. So I shed tears, but not as bad because he helped me do comprehension. I'm like, damn, I'm not, we sell dreams and say we're gonna do better, better than the ex, all good stuff. The downfall of being not healed. Yo, hurt people, man. Heart is my first song I wrote and recorded on BandLab. My SoundCloud is, oh yeah, awesome. I'll definitely scope you out and follow you, support you, all that great jazz. That's the cool thing about social media, meet some awesome, unique individuals, True. Oh, hermano, I got 1,000, man. Yeah, that's what I tell people, man. Watch your words, man. If not, then you're gonna destroy a lot of people. And that's not your intent with the downfall. If you don't know what you are, you don't know how you function, you're just rolling. You're doing Bupa talk. You only live once. You do that corny ass mentality, which a lot of us do. You're gonna do a lot of mistakes in life. You burn many bridges, and that's not your intent. That's why if you take the red pill, what is it? You live it every day. You only die once. Now you have better decisions in life. You observe better, and the intent is to do better decisions in life, right? So my first song came out of me being super depressed, and I was at my lowest. I put the pain on my paper, and it was nice. Oh, that's beautiful, man. Like, not the depression part, but at least you took it, and you wrote. Use your talent. Like me, once again, my talent is talking. If I pay to talk a bazillion, I love these conversations, right? But with that said, was like, you musicians, you poets, you guys are beasts, man. I love reading that because the best knowledge of the universe, wise. And it sucks, like, when you're going through it, obviously it's not good to hear it, but it hurts, right? But when you work on yourself, it's beautiful. Like me, when I play my music, right? Even when I work out, I love listening to breakup, depression, suicidal music because I comprehend all the words now. I know the pain behind it. That's why my neck, the model for everybody. Your pain is my pain. I died like you died. Yeah, it sure hurts, I know. My music is like storytelling rap of my life. I've been doing music almost a year now. Hey, That's beautiful, man. Heck yeah, let's definitely scope you out. You know, man, I respect you, and you know, don't stop what you're doing. Like, talk, yo, like, you poets and you know, music artists, y'all can tell some badass stories, man. And that's why I was watching a TikTok a while ago, where like older kids, my age, you know, I'm 18 and a half before when they outside, right? So like 35 and above, they're like, what's up with the young generation? All the music like depressional. It's like, yeah, because their generation's worth with this relationship. Because why? This damn phone. This phone has a zillion options. A zillion options. Are you able to check it out? Oh yeah, I'll look it up right now for sure. Did I? Let me see. Oh, so you're not on Spotify. You said SoundCloud, right? Let me see. Sorry guys, let me pop this up. I don't think I have SoundCloud on my computer. I'll double check it. Download it. 2 seconds, guys. Let me check the SoundCloud. See what's up. Boom, boom. Oh, there we go. Cool. I'll get the account. So you're only on SoundCloud, right? Not on Spotify? Mind me asking? Cause I gotta do a whole account and everything. No, not yet. Okay, no issue. I'll do a quick count real fast. Bear with me, guys. Stand by. Boom, boom, boom. Let me see. I like to hear your music. See what's up. Scope it out. Please be patient. Please be all can. Oh, there we go. Awesome. That was quick. Okay, I love technology. So let me look you up. I have 2 emojis. I have like an emoji with like a little cartoon character, and then girl with short hair, maroon hair. It's not professional recorded. No, not yet. Oh, it doesn't matter. Like, I just want to hear it. Red shirt. Red shirt. Is like a cartoon character, cartoon image. Cause I see. Hey man, what's up? So I'm trying to find out. I need follower on YouNow's app. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Cool. Very top. Well, before that, let me follow you. Okay. Follow. Rolling. Cool. So, which song do you want to play? With horns? Yeah. You said, I think it was a song you said it was My Hero, right? That's the one you said that was your first song, I believe you said. Boom, boom, boom. Let me look it up. Heartless first. Okay, let me look for Heartless. Boom, boom, boom. Awesome, I got you. Let's go put it out.
that believe in happily ever afters. In the back of my head, I hear nothing but chatter. You're a failure, no one needs you, you don't fucking matter. Too helpless, I'm too heartless. Too helpless, make me selfish, I can't stand it. I'm too helpless, I'm too hopeless. Too heartless, makes me selfish and I can't stand it. Every day I try to think about the good times, but the voices only tell me about the bad times. Could it be that hard to press rewind? Back to when things are at a simple time. Every day I try to think about the good times, but the voices only tell me about the bad times. Could it be that hard to press rewind? Back to when things are at a simple time.
Yo, that's badass, hermana. That's deep. Oh, let's go to the next one. What's it doing? It's playing. That's awesome. Oh, hey. My hero's in honor of my dad who passed. We'll play in a minute. But hey, once again, like mad respect to anyone, like you musicians, poets, you guys are deep with your words, man. It's beautiful. Like, you say I can't do that. I'm not even gonna try. I just, once again, my gift is speaking. I love talking to the universe, but that's beautiful, deep music, man. Hell yeah. And once again, me as an individual, like after I go here, I'm gonna go work out. That's what I listen to. Pain can go a long way. Oh no, yeah, that's why I tell people, like, when you have the thought of suicidal thoughts, right? Is that you don't want to be here? Is that you're tired of what? Toxic love. What's toxic love? Anyone that hurts you destroys you with words. Why? People that you love that don't love you back, especially the partner, right? That's your hurts. Toxic love, right? Because love is beautiful. It's healing, soothing, care type of shit. It's toxic that hurts, pain hurts, and then cherry on top, overthinking. Hey, share the ID. Can follow too. Oh yeah, for sure. I got you. I got you. Let me put it right here. No, I totally forgot about SoundCloud. Like me, like I listen to music, but it's honestly speaking, if it's not on TikTok, I used to be like a music fanatic, but now I just, if it's whatever pop on TikTok, that's what I scope out, But so I'll put you a like SoundCloud. And Shudo, do you have by chance TikTok by chance, I'm asking? If you don't, get a TikTok. You do hella good on there. Cause music, it goes a long way, but definitely wise. But with that said, like, tell you as far as the overthinking, that's the cherry on top, right? Because our head's your best friend, and we're standing me outside. I'm out here. Your head's your best friend, or you're standing me wide. All the doors in your mansion are wide open. Mansion. I overthink a lot. No, when I say this, I don't miss that at all. I dealt with overthinking for 30 years of my life, blessed 40 once, and I just tell a story. Like, when I sleep, I die. I just talk to myself out, like big old deep conversations, and bother with the blue pillars, and it's just like, it sucks that we got deceived for all these years. In this lifetime, it took me 30 years of my life to went through my healing, awakening journey. So 39 years old, in my head, triple digits, 100 plus, I get to live peacefully for the most part, The only person in the universe can trigger me are my 8 kiddos, because kids still learning, etc., and all that good stuff. But I would teach them. I tell my kids, I love you guys, but I would teach you every which way. Because I go, you have a mom, father on that side, and all my family on my side. I promise you 1,000, they can't teach you anything from Washington State out to Mexico, because we're not taught this at all. That's why I might sound crazy, but I tell you, I'm crazy, but I'm blessed. Y'all same, but your feelings, how so, But I got you. I'll put it on TikTok, so I want to get my... Oh, yeah, put it on TikTok. And if you do it, send me a TikTok name, and I'll plug you up every which way. And then allow stitches, we said it like that. And I'll post it up on flat. That's what I'm going to do. My brother Young Drag from, I think he's from Virginia, I believe. Yeah, I believe in Virginia. And I'm going to do some, show him respect, because I tell him, I reach out to him here and there, like, I'm mad respect you because you helped me do communication comprehension. That's why, once again, like, everyone in the universe has a gift. Like, you use it, to your advantage every which way. That's why, what am I doing? I go on live, I talk about the same thing, broken record, because remember, it's about you guys. I'm telling a story to forewarn you, because life became hard, because why? Hey, Lila, how you doing, hermana? Life became hard because relationships, they can, remember, words can heal you, trigger you, and definitely destroy you. Relationships can make you, break you, and definitely destroy you. That's it. Watch your words. Protect, control your energy, environment, peace. You have the right to, judge and read people for who they really are. They're broken, ugly, lost, ugly. Are they broken, ugly, lost, healing inside? Are they matching your energy, taking your energy, And that's why all that, I eventually have to tie to my arms. All around my body, actually. So that's just so when people read it, like, if it bothers you and it reason triggers you, like, that's my job to trigger you. But let's talk about it. Why does it trigger you? Why do these words bother you? Or why do you have traumas, child trauma? Because we deal with that. So are you still dealing with that? If it bothers you, then if you want to talk about it, we can. I'll be your friend associate. If you want to talk about it, no pressure. Respect your boundaries every which way. Yet, yeah, it's the same. Oh, as far as TikTok, same username. Sorry. Same as IG. Okay, so let me look it up. So I put it on here. So I got like chicken scratch. So IG and TikTok, same thing. Cool. Yeah, for me on my side, like, for the most part, all my platforms, read a vocal light worker. So Spotify, YouTube, etc. You're 30? Oh, 18 at heart. No, I'm 41 on the outside, but 18 at heart. Thank you. Virginia is next to Maryland. Yeah. Do you believe people can be empaths? Oh, here's the kicker. Ready for it? Everyone in the universe is an empathist. The thing is, as kids, teenagers, we chose to be either more empathetic, good guy, good girl, or more narcissistic, bad guy, bad girl. We chose that not knowing. So with that said, everyone, even if you're more narcissistic wise, in time, oh, hey, good, thank you, hoping you are too. Oh, we actually, I'm going to bless her which way, I love life, go on life, tell a story, etc. How's life? How's family? How's your health? No zombies, aka COVID. But with that said, people that are more narcissistic wise. So when I was, going through my healing, the awakening part, I would say, like, you watch my TikTok, so I'm 20, 21, I'll be like, the narcissists, they're Lucifer's disciples, they're broken, let them be, and that's it. I don't know. It was sounding kind of harsh, right? Because I was still playing the Matrix, like, if these narcissistic people, aka Lucifer's disciples, are bad people, why are they here? Why can't we just, like, off them off and that's it? Then you have all the empaths just living. But obviously that's a wrong way of thinking, because everyone deserves a chance. Everyone deserves to change their ways. And we all can. That's why I say people, like, trigger warning: no drugs, no pills, no alcohol, no therapist, counselor, psychiatrist. Ready for kids? For religious people? Not even God. What? God can't fix you or save you. He is by your side, every which like he's by our sides, right? He wants us to do good and change our ways. Because if he could fix us, he would have done a long time ago. He gave us what? Free will. Every which way. Blue pill talk, only God can judge. Red pill talk, no, you have the right to judge and read everybody for who they really are. If not, keep with the blue pill. Believe that everyone will match your energy. If I'm good, they're good. I treat them good, they'll treat me good. Like, they'll treat you good to adapt to the situation. If they're more narcissistic, they can act nice, they can't be nice for now. In time, when they work on themselves, which potentially could be a long time or not ever in this lifetime. And that's why, when I became woke, I was like, you know what, I'll eat my words. I say all the time, all you narcissists back there. MPD, we all have that MPD and BPD. Narcissistic, personality disorder, and then BPD, bipolar, borderline personality disorder. So with that said, like, all you narcissists watching this, like, while you're quote-unquote diagnosed, and they already told you you're broken, there's no cure for you. The cure is who? That person in the mirror. Why I'm saying what I'm saying? Why I keep it on everybody? Why do I say I challenge the whole universe? I challenge the tag your therapist, counselor, psychiatrist. I challenge them all. That is an easy conversation. That's why I see out at the farmers markets, which I'm gonna call it. They go there buy fruit, right? It's produce at my pop stand and stuff, and they see my ink and they ask me, especially my face, what do you see? It's hard to see here, but empathy, narcissist, good and bad people. Then it says, the bad side of you, Lucifer side, hate, narcissist, pride, ego. The good side of you, God side, love, empathy, proud, and humble. And they'll be like, why'd you put that in your face? I'm like, they're just words. Do you know what they mean? I was like, they're on me for a reason. Yes, I do. And I go, why does it bother you? Well, because I'm a therapist, counselor wise, and whatchamacallit, that's triggering. For other people, I was like, but I'm the whole universe triggering. Why? How so? Because I'm telling a story. I go, do you talk to your clients about it? I go, you probably mentioned empath, narcissist here and there, and that's about it. And then from there, wise, you start talking about dopamine, chromium, all these big ass words. I was like, why do y'all do that for? What do you mean? I go, did you know, like, regular people, right? Do you, like, not only going to say it, but like in the brown black culture, do we go therapy and counseling? No, we don't. They'll be, oh, that's white man stuff, right? Quote unquote. But let's keep it simple. Before the person, anyone, I don't care what color he is, you go see a therapist, counselor, psychiatrist, right? I can tell them, the life as it is because they're overthinking. Analogy, their life is like my life was, like a picture like Picasso, very colorful. Now you're up in the mix because you're a professional, all this good shit, and now you drop these big ass words, chromium, what you might call it, dopamine, all this shit. Like now you're making them study, or now they have the itch to study these words, these big ass words that will not benefit them in life. That's why I keep it empathy. That's like you say, just black and white. Yeah, empathy and narcissism getting bad people. The great part is a lost impact. What's that? Exactly what is that? It's not in your book, is it? Google that, it's not in it. I go, that's the category I created. The people you avoid best as, the ones that are broken, gangbangers, mafiosos, drug dealers, racing military cats. They're the most narcissistic people in the universe. They're walking fireballs. Not all of them, a lot of them are. Just keep it humble with them, showing them from a distance. Go to the suburbs, go to the squares. You can see a good guy, good girl, chill with them. But the downfall is, because of a trauma, that's why we bad, the good guys, good girls, hook up with the bad guy, bad girl. Because why? We're dating our parents, whoever is more narcissistic. Let's keep it simple. Typically the father is, so we're dating our father. That is, it's an analogy, but it's honest truth. Why do you think you go in a toxic relationship, but the toxic relationship, you're dating your parents because you haven't let them go. Yeah, pretty harsh, huh? I have a tattoo that says love, and upside down it says hate. Because love can cause people to hate, and hate just needs some love. Because love can cause people to hate, and hate just needs some love. That's beautiful. That's awesome. But you see, so with that said, for sure it's like it's an oxymoron type of thing, right? So I have this one. This one a long time ago. It says, love is good when it's good, but when it's bad, it's bad. So I did that little analogy, metaphor, like in, I don't know, it must have been like 04, 05 roughly, right? With my first baby mom, because I was like, when you were the person narcissistic wise, no matter what you do, you can bang like a bunny, buy in the universe, they won't ever be satisfied, right? So that's what I thought to myself, because I love English, I love history, I love poetry, right? Even though I suck at it, but I love reading it, right? And it just clicked in one day. I'm like, no matter what I do, she's never satisfied, right? So I made that, right? But with that said, that's blue pill. Like what George says, like, love can cause people to hate. But it's not love, it's toxic love. That's what I mean. Love doesn't hurt, it's beautiful. It's healing, soothing, care type of shit. Toxic love. That's what hurts. That's what hurts every which way, and it sucks. For now, because we don't know what we are, right? And that's why, in music, if you want to fall in love, you said it was worth than drugs and pills. Hey, you want to die? Get a relationship, love somebody, because love hurts. Nah, toxic love hurts. But why does toxic love hurt? Because by you over loving them, you lose love for yourself. When you're crying for them, you're actually crying for yourself. That's why you wear the mask smile, and behind the mask smile, what are you doing? Dying and crying, right? More men rocking more better than females. Not all females do it also to them around, but as men, we're not supposed to quote unquote shed tears, right? Because that's not manly. Y'all like calling a man up type of shit. Like, nah, nothing's wrong with shedding tears, but why don't you talk about why are you shedding tears? What triggered you? What got you in your feelings? And let's talk about it. Let's tell people, don't worry about all these blue pillars that give you that shit, especially all these quote unquote alpha machista narcissists, that all manly bullshit. Don't worry about that. Nah, them blue pillars, they can't teach you nothing in life but traditional corny ways. Because why? Because that's where we were raised. Traditional corny ways. That's how people, if tradition was working, why are we in feelings? Why are we doing petty ass words? Dead ass. Why are we toxic relationships? Why do we love toxicity? Here she's beautiful, but we can't judge nor read them. But yeah, she's beautiful, she's solid, she's blessed, but I can't see through her because she's really broken inside. But I think I can fix and save her because I see the good in her. And we fall on her face every single time. Oh, that mana for sure. But that's what you call it. That's why, I tell people, like, nobody's going to say it. Like, as an individual, I won't ever be in a broken toxic relationship ever in my life. You see, I say never. When you see the word never, blue pill, you're defying logic. You see out here? Don't defy logic. I will never cheat. I'll never drink. Whatever you say never to, I promise you 1,000. I didn't create logic. Lucifer did, because Lucifer did what? He defied logic and he called out God. Now here we are today. But it's our premeditated choice to do right or wrong. But God and Lucifer in our ear always gaslighting us, taunting us. God wants to do good, positive love. He wants to do bad, hate, pride, ego, so and so on and so on. So that's why I just tell a story now, And that's why I just help you hold your hand so you don't feel alone and you get your life back. Because we all deserve to get our life back, dead ass. That's why I'm blessed that, died at Blue Pill Talk, died 30 years old. Rebel Talk, blessed at 41. So my last 2 years of my life, I love life. I love everyone in the universe. And I want everyone to get the life back so they don't feel alone once again. And, behind the screen, you use the phone technology. What we doing? We're talking and vibing. Positive talk. This is raw, real life type of shit. And I tell everyone, don't ever feel alone, ever. Don't be shy. I'm in your pocket, DM away. We talking and vibing. This is beautiful. Like, it's not about it's about you. You can ask me about my story. I'll tell you, but I tell them, like, don't worry about that. Just talk about you. What's up with you today? I tell everybody, how you feeling? How you doing? How's it going? How's life? How's your family? How's your parents' health? Simple little questions like that, because a lot of people don't get asked those questions. You can learn a lot about people and stuff, and it's open mind conversation type of thing, And that's why I love technology every which way, because get up vibe with people, and that's why I keep saying the same thing. What I'm doing through my last dying breath, because I want you guys to get your life back. And me, I'm getting tired. You see, I'm just learning because I'm exhausted. But I started to go to the gym. I should have gone earlier, but I was busy doing computers. With that said, again, once you got computer questions, I got you. That's my ish in my world. If you guys need, I can't do music editing. I can't say can't. I haven't tried, but what you might call it, video editing wise, for pods, all these TikToks, which I recommend doing it once again, because why? You can take these lives, right? With the Adobe Premiere Pro, you cut it in pieces, and you can make a TikTok out of it, right? And put your banner. I like Rayjet, which I'll eventually do that. But right now, I'm uploading my Season 2 2021 TikTok lives on my YouTube channel, and doing my 2023, aka Season 3, my TikTok lives on my Spotify. So I'm on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and then Facebook Podcast. Same name, Readable Collaborative wise. And then I'm gonna start doing actually which I already done some pods with my sister. Ooh, I'm bad with names. Don't call me. I'm, Julia, I believe she's from Hawaii. Then my brother Turner, my other sister from Colorado, I believe. Don't call me now. I talk to a lot of people. So I'm gonna start doing a lot of pods, and I tell them hey, I'll name it, I'll separate it, that'll be our pods, etc. And I tell them, I tell anyone behind the screen, if you want to do pods, we can, let's talk about it, let's have fun. Let's hear a story, right? And from there, wise, if you which I recommend if you choose to, which is your choice, nothing forced upon you. You do a YouTube channel and a podcast. If you need help, I got you. I'll prep it up. I'll show you how to edit, etc. And I got you. And from there, wise, just start speaking your mind, because I promise someone out there will want to hear your story, because they're probably dealing with same or very similar situation. And then from there, by you telling your story, we can forewarn the young universe, all the young cats. I tell all my kids, and anyone, I wish I had someone telling me this shit when I was, middle school, high school. Lucky me, individual. I wasn't in relationships in middle school, high school. I had my puppy love then, but my first relationship, I was a virgin till I was the V card till I was almost 21 years old. So I cherished it, quote unquote, but I lost to the wrong individual. Allowed it to that person more narcissistic wise, and that shit sucks, because you cannot get lifetime emotions back at all, But lesson learned, and that's our story. But that's why I tell all the young kids, dead as if you're a middle school, high schooler, right? I'm not real fast. I gotta do timeout, because I gotta jump off my live on IG. I'm surprised, knock on wood, that I haven't been the narcissist hackers that love me so much. They haven't hacked my IG yet. So then it's not gonna say this. Remember, this is Repo Talk, 3D Center Matrix, raw real life type of shit. So the narcissist hackers, they don't like this conversation, because they don't want you working yourself, etc. So my IG, they haven't bothered me in a minute yet, but they'll go on my IG while I'm alive, and they'll boot me out of my account, because why? They don't want my live on my Instagram site to be saved to my IG account, because then my followers can always watch replays, right? So with that said, that's why I'm right now jumping off my IG, so I can let it post, and then I'll go back on my live on my IG. Because if not, if it's a good session, then I can't really post it on there. I don't think you do uploads on IG. Don't come in, I have to investigate that. But yeah. 100% agree with that. Oh, it does suck. You were live on IG too. Oh yeah, no, yeah, man, yeah. So remember that. So for the most part, me as an individual, I recommend this for anyone in the universe. If you're intense to go live, right? And what you gonna call it? Like don't like, okay. TikTok is the best platform in the universe. The downfall, it has the most butterflies and unicorns in the feelings. So with that said, what you gonna call it? Anywhere it's in the feelings, they can report your life for hate speech, and for the most part, they'll favor with them, and you lose a good life, right? So after my second time happened on my my TikTok wise, that's why you know what, I'm done with this. You know, I'm not saying nothing wrong for the most part. So now I go live on once again TikTok side, IG, Likey Squad, YouNow, and then Twitch. So when I get a job wise and I get more money wise, then I'm gonna buy 3 more cell phones to be live on Facebook, YouTube, and then Twitter. So I'll be in 8 platforms at once. So if anyone gets to feelings on any platform, my life continues wise. And you know, for the most part wise, other platforms, you know, you can download your lives. If not, you can use like me. My last session wise, for some reason, you would on on my Twitch, it glitched. Like it didn't save my live, but it's cool because on my Instagram site it saved it. So I'm gonna use screen recording software on my laptop so I can record the session and then upload it eventually to my YouTube channel and my podcast, aka Spotify. So yeah, but yeah, jump on, be on other platforms because you can vibe with other people on different platforms. Because before it was just TikTok. I'm not really going to say this. TikTok typically have like 0 to 10 followers on there, or people that just jump on there, right? Because what I'm talking about, real life, 3D the Matrix, life, relationship, whatever. Empathists, Narcissists, good and bad people. I'm trying to break it down every which way. Where's everybody at? Oh, I know what I'm saying. Like, I'm on other platforms. So here, TikTok, Instagram, Likey, YouNow, and Twitch. I'm not just on TikTok. That's why, you have the right to say I'm definitely wise. But with that said, I'm on other platforms because I can interact with other followers on other platforms. And that's how you do it, because I'm not being able to say this on TikTok. Look what I talk about. Raw real life, a real 3D descended red pill in the Matrix. I'm one of the woke neos, because us woke neos and trenches in the Matrix, we're the referees of the universe. I call it anyone in the universe. They just do a live, a pod, etc., and do red pill talk. Teach me something I don't know, like religion, culture, environment's half your life, but the other half is empty narcissists getting bad people. Trigger when everyone's got BPD and MPD. If that's not true, why in your feelings? Why they get triggered by words? And it's by me saying that, especially on TikTok, they get new feelings about it. I'm like, that's not true. I'm like, okay, then you should be good. None of my words should bother you at all. And with that said, then you should be able to be good in life. No one should ever trigger you. But that's not the case. A lot of us deal with what? My neck, anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, anger issues, suicidal thoughts, and then low self-esteem, right? So that's why I just do this for all platforms to vibe to anybody, if they want to talk and vibe. And once again, notice when I say this, you gotta be your number one support in the universe. What are you talking about today? Oh, same conversation every time I go live. Life, relationships, whatever, severed, empathists, narcissists, good and bad people, and fat narcissists, to help you simplify life. And whatever question you want to talk about life, real life. I don't know even when I say this, I don't care anything about man-made BS, the 2D sheep or blue pillars. Race, religion, politics, COVID, man versus woman, high value men, high value women, what color is your Bugatti, drugs, alcohol, pills. That stuff's irrelevant. That does not benefit your life at all. But if you choose to, you can do that. But the downfall situation, like they say, stress is a killer. They say it for a reason, because it's the very, very truth. Because your body will start breaking down, and on top of that, you have enough food on your plate, which is what? The person in the mirror, every day above ground. Why do you want to add more food to your plate, which is the blue pill talk I just mentioned? Why do you want to add it to your plate for? That makes no sense. But that is your choice, like a lot of it do. That's why me an individual, I don't care anything about that. I care about what's up with you. How's your life? How you feeling? How's your mental? How's your head? How's your health? That's what I care about. If you're going through anything negative in your life, anxiety, depression, why? Do you want to talk about it? Do you go to church? In my head, if I ever go to church physically wise, I'm not shy. Especially where I'm from, we were raised very incorrectly wise. So, if you go to church, that's a positive thing wise. But as long as you as an individual live it best as. Now the people who go to church around you, they don't have to live it best as. That's why I've gone to church since I've been back home twice, right? And I bite my tongue best as. Now I won't bite it no more. But with that said, I go there, right? You have the older cats check out the young girls because the young girls dressing like they're going to the club at God's house. So I see that, I'm like, no respect for God's house, right? And then from there, wise, you have the young cats hit up the girls, which you snap with your IG at God's house. Then you have the older cats with their wives and kids check out the young girls that dress to the, like they're going to the club because they're showing everything at God's house. I'm like, no. You guys can't even be like, try to act a little nice, a little good for 1 hour, 2 hours of your time, once a week, 4 times a month. You know, that's what, 48 times a damn year. Come on, man. Like, nah. And that's what me. If I ever go to church and I see that, which especially a little Mexico, I'll be like, I'll stop. I'll do it. I'll be like, sorry, priest, can I say something real fast? And grab the mic. Yo, guys, check it out. Yo, John over there, I see you. Yeah, you with your wife. You see how you with the kids. Why you chatting, baby girl? Yes, I know, I get it. Eye candy. She dressing like she's going to the club. See through everything at God's house. Like, your kids coming because your parents. Traditionally, I know you don't want to be here, right? But you females can't even get a little decent in God's house. You want to show everything to everybody. You can't do that behind closed doors. They can't, run the streets. But that's cool. That's why I be up. This is the reason why I don't come to church, because you guys, not all of you, a lot of you shouldn't even be here at all. But that is your choice. I get it. You kids, once again, because of parents, I get it. And with that said, I'm going to teach you some 2 words. Empathists, narcissists, empath, narcissists. Learn those 2 small big words. I promise you 1,000 you'll be ahead of the game. If not, call me crazy, but I'm crazy and blessed. You're saying your feelings. It's on me for a reason. And with that said, there you go. I love my life. Call me crazy. I'm crazy, but I'm blessed. You're saying your feelings, and you're going to go through a lot of toxic, broken relationships, and I'm forewarning you. But hey, your ish, not my ish. 9/11 or BLM. Can you elaborate more on that? Where are you from? Washington State, Eastern Washington, Yakima Valley, 509. My real home is Seattle. Basically, it's either say Seattle. I'm 3 hours east from Seattle, but that's my real home. I love it there because I grew up in the valley, but Seattle, I love it because extroverts. I can have this raw conversation with anybody. That's why you got the farmers at the market in Seattle. 90% of my followers are on platforms, even in face-to-face, are females. They're not scared to ask me a question. What do you have in your face? Why you put on there? I break it down. They'd be like, "Why?" They'd be like, "You should talk to my husband, my boyfriend." Like, whatever. Like, I was your boyfriend. I was your husband. We you mothers, we put you through a lot of shit, right? And I get it. I'm sorry, but we weren't taught correctly. But now I tell a story. Don't let it stop you from going though. God desires relationships. Oh yeah, I know it. In time I will go for sure. The Valley in California. You're in Texas? Oh, no. The Valley from Washington State, Eastern Washington. I know that there's a lot of valleys all over the nation, but no, Washington State. It's Yakima Valley, but we call it the Valley, like a lot of different states call it the Valley-wise. But yeah, in time, I'll go scope out church for sure, and, try to bite my tongue best at it. But like, once again, if I go there and I see what I usually see, then no, I'll be like, sorry, God. I mean, pray, sorry, God, no respect to you, but I'm not going to bite my tongue and just call everybody out. And then probably the kids, what are they going to do? Because the young generation, they'll probably got their cell phones record me. Like, yo, record me. I don't care. I'll be looking at, yo, you got to record me, right? All you kids that go to church, all you females, right? Young girls, you're dressing like you're going to the club, showing everything at God's house. Why? Tell me you're a positive person, godly. You can dress like that after hours. But it's cool. Like, analogy, it's like if you invite me to your house to meet your family, and I'm going to your house for dinner, and what am I doing? I go there, what's up, mom, dad, how you doing? Nice to meet you, etc. And we're talking, we're having dinner, and I'm on my cell phone. All throughout dinner. What's happening with your parents? Yo, why'd your boy come over here? He has no respect. He wants to disrespect us like that. So what are you doing in church? You guys chant out the girls, right? And you females just like going to the clubs. And God's house. Awesome. You sound like the Valley Texan. Though I'm in Texas. Oh, looking for their mate. But we got to work on ourselves first. Oh, 1,000. No, yeah, we definitely got to work on ourselves. Which I'm going to call it, that's why I tell people, everything starts with the person in the mirror, first and foremost. At least go through your healing and awakening journey, because when you're on that part, at least, especially in the awakening part, you can start looking around you and try to judge people, for who they really are. If they're broken, ugly, lost, healing inside, if they're matching your energy, taking energy, then you're ahead of the game. If not, then just fall back for a minute, because remember, everyone in the universe has narcissist traits. Every which way. Like I tell people, behind the screen, I can love bomb you, gaslight you, manipulate you, sell you that fake romantic love story, do the Jada I'm talking about, aka cheating. It's premeditated, right? I thought about cheating. Be verbally and physically abusive. All narcissists trait, but I'm not a narcissist, nor are you. But everyone's got BPD, bipolar borderline personality disorder, and NPD, narcissistic personality disorder. That's not true. Once again, which I'm going to get that tatted on me. Why are you feelings? Why do you get triggered by words? But yeah, so that's why, just fall back, work on yourself. I tell people, nothing is wrong with being alone. What beats us up is what? The loneliness. Because we're broken and we think we need what? A partner by our side, our exes by our side. And that's called codependency wise. The only person you need is yourself, first and foremost. You should want people in your life if they choose to want to, which is their choice, not yours. Do you consider yourself narc or empath? Here's the kicker. So everyone's an empath. Everybody's an empathist wise. But we choose to be more, which is our choice, to be more narcissistic. But with that said, trigger warning, everyone could be that. You can be both, good or bad. Empath or narcissist. It's you individual. If you cannot control your narcissist traits, then you become verbally abusive, narcissist traits. Physically abusive, narcissist traits, right? And when you do that, you're doing what? It's called reactive abuse. You are reacting to these words that someone triggered you with. And it hurts you and got you in your feelings, right? And you're a good guy, good girl, Christian, Buddhist, whatever you are, and you don't hurt a fly, then all of a sudden typically your partner will test that. Every which way. And why do you think, and they'll test, when do they test you? When you're at a party, a birthday party, get together, and y'all saw everybody, my partner's, crazy, instead of being verbally, physically abusive, right? But they haven't seen it. But they see the verbal or the body language, but they haven't really seen it. And then they trigger you, and you cause a scene, and you become verbally abusive, narcissist traits, and you become physically abusive, hit them or throw shit at them, etc. In front of everybody, and you snap because why? Whatever he or she told you to trigger you, and then got you in front of everybody. Now what happens? You look like the crazy one, and they're like the victim, right? And they play the role and they smile on your face, and you would love to demolish them, right? You begin triggered, right? So with that said, everyone's got BPD, empathy. We could all be both sides. That's why I love, I believe Jordan Peterson said he created this analogy, which I will get tatted on my body for sure, because it's the truth. It's better to be a warrior in the garden than a gardener in the war. What does that mean? When that said, when you're more empathetic wise, right, you're the gardener, and you're trying to go to war, you're trying to bat a person, and you keep it simple, verbally wise, a person more narcissistic will destroy you all day, every day, because they see through you every which way. When you fall back and learn to love yourself, mind, body, heart, soul, love 1,000, and then you comprehend that true happiness, unconditional love, support out with the person in the mirror. All you ever need is you. That's have it on me for a reason. Then you become the warrior in the garden. Now any narcissist comes at you with words like me. I tell people, anyone behind the screen, I challenge all, not a little bit, not a lot of bit, all the people in the universe, aliens behind the situation. Yeah, the same shit we have as human, in society type of shit. Teach me something I don't know. There we go. And you want to raise your voice? I can raise it more too. And with that, I'll trigger you. Like, oh, Lucifer, I see you. What would you just call me? Lucifer, what's up, baby boy? Your narcissist traits come out. How did I get you in your feelings over words? And you're doing deflection projection. What the hell does that mean? Exactly, what does that mean? Now let's study that. I'll do a crash course for you, and then you can figure yourself out. You don't want to talk about your feelings, and you're throwing it on me, so you're doing deflection. And that's why you've been a bully, keyboard, etc. wise. Now you're doing projection. You're intense to hurt me, and I challenge you, and you can't hear me with words. Now my turn, reverse psychology. Throw it at you, and if I trigger you, which I shall, then what happens to you? Your narcissists come out of you. There you go. So that's why I'm the warrior in the garden. I can call everybody out. It's easy. But I keep it humble. I'll trigger you, kick you down, but I'll pick you up when you're down too. Like, try again. A for effort. Let's do this, This stream is great. I'll be back tomorrow. Oh, for sure. I'll follow you back. Oh, is that you? Hey, it is you. Right. Hey, yeah, it is. Cool, awesome. Invite the guest. Boom. But yeah, no, I'll be on tomorrow's Thursday. Oh yeah, I'll be on tomorrow for sure. Boom. I'm gonna go to sleep. See you mañana. Oh yeah, for sure. Have a good night. Take care of the flesh. Yes, please come back on. Oh yeah, for sure. And I'll reach out to you, Miss. I got. Catch everybody. Sorry. Miss Sharek. Boom. Cool. So you think diagnosis are BS? Oh yeah. That is. Remember this. Everyone's got BPD, MPD. Everyone in the universe does that. Like I tell people, if you don't tag your therapist, counselor, psychiatrist, I would love to talk to them. But here's the kicker: a lot of my one-on-ones that go to therapy, counseling, right? And I tell them that, and they tell the therapist like, well, does he have certification? I'm like, oh, you're a blue pillar. You can say that. No, I don't have no credentials. I have personal experience, and I figured it out. So you have credentials. You went to college for and studied the DSM-5 book. I didn't study that book at all. I heard these terms in 2000, squares and circles. Squares, empath, empathist, circle, narcissist. Heard the words, heard the terms. I then ask more questions, then I dig deeper. That's what I tell people. Whatever you don't know the answer to, ask a question. How are you not going to know? Or how are you going to figure it out if you don't ask a question? Don't be scared. The time of my life, ask a question, man. Red pill talk. This is raw real life. If that's not true, why are you feelings? Why you get triggered by words? Why are you still in toxic relationships? But I love them. Right, but do they love you? And if they're being verbally and physically to you, that's not love. That's called toxic love. Because love doesn't hurt at all. Love does not have you question your self-worth. Love doesn't have you have a person by your side that cheating on you. Oh yeah, but I love you. But hey, you'll get it one of these days. But that's why you learn the term. That's called trauma bond. You're the analogy. You're the crackhead of the crack. They're your fix. That's why you need him by your side. No, you should want them by your side if they want you. That's why I tell everybody, I just keep telling the story to my last dying breath to forewarn you. So you don't fall on your face like I did, like a lot of us did. That's what all the shit I talk about. I would love to have someone tell me this when I was like middle school, high school. And with that said, that's what I meant to say earlier, before I get off in a minute. All you middle school, high schoolers, all, not a little bit, not a lot of bit, all you middle school, high schoolers, the whole universe, why are you in relationships? You're not ready for relationships. Yes, you have feelings. Yeah, you like him, you like her, whatever you're into, awesome. But they are just puppy love feelings, and I promise you this 1,000, you don't know anything about that. If you do, then teach me some shit I don't know. Why do guys cheat? Why do girls cheat? Why are people toxic? If you can't answer this question, then guess what? You're a blue pillar in your relationship. Here's the best part. Ready for it? You're a middle school, high school relationship-wise, right? And you have the V card. Let's say you lose the V card as a middle school, high school-wise, right? Then you're going to become trauma bound to the individual. He or she's going to cheat on you many times and you'll still be by their side. And here's the best part. Ready for it? You haven't even graduated. You haven't even graduated and you're going through toxic, like us adults, quote unquote, going to toxic relationships, all this drama, why you live with your parents or whoever your caregiver is, right? And here's the best part. You haven't even gone to the matrix, us, older adults. You're going to be young adults, fresh, 18, 19 years old, college, or 18-year-old, now you're legal, right? And now you're going to be at work, vibing with somebody else, catching feelings, and they're 5, 10, 20 years older than you. Like, is she going to be with you because they love you? Or are they going to be with you just for a trophy wife, trophy husband, for a second wife, and that's it, and less than you? And when they get bored of you, because remember, we're older than you. A lot of us, for the most part, if you felt bad working on your healing, awakening, woke journey, then we're ahead of the game because we know how we function, right? If you're just the blue pillar, just a gullible, he's the middle person, and you're not ready for the situation. The downfall, you're once again, if you're the good guy, good girl, as a young cat, older cat's gonna mop you up every which way, and they will have no remorse, especially if they're more narcissistic. Like, I can tell you I love you, it's just the word, I love you, and that's it. But you thought someone really loves you, for the most part, you can say more in a loving type of affectionate way. By body language, lock eyes, tongue wrestle, a deep hug. That's the best way to tell someone I love you. And verbally wise, it's all about body language, locking eyes, etc. All that great jazz. So with that said, if you don't work on yourself and learn to read and judge people correctly, not incorrectly, then you're gonna get so many dreams, and you're gonna do a lot of broken ass toxic relationship wise. And I say all the time to everybody, in this lifetime, how many times you want to die in relationships? Dead ass. How many? That shit does not feel good at all. And with that said, typically for the most part, each time it hurts hella bad and it takes a long time to get back up. That's why in time we work on yourself. Like me, individual, I don't need nobody in the universe. I want people in my life. But if a partner ever, that's supposed to be, she gets, let's say scenario, get in a relationship soon, right? Scenario. And she, for some reason, I didn't, judging me correctly wise, or she's, I read it correctly, judged her, but for whatever reason she got she folded and she felt the love. Let's say she cheated on me, right? I trip, I don't fall. That's the situation. I don't need my life. She could be like, oh, I'm sorry. Shed her tears. I'd be like, it's cool. Things happen, quote unquote, right? But with that said, you should work on yourself. Somehow I misjudged you. I didn't see through you as, and you saw me a dream. But it's okay. Remember, I don't need you in my life. I want you in my life. But there is no but. It's okay. People make mistakes. So with that said, you fall back, work on yourself, because you fell to lust, because you have no self-will. If you keep doing it after me, then you're broken. And what? You have no self-will. That's what it is. But it's okay. You should work on yourself. I have nothing against you. I'll still be your friend associate. Oh, but no, there's nothing to work out. I go on my day. That's it. See, I won't ever shed a tear for a female by my side. Sound selfish? Yeah. Blue pill talk, you have to be selfish. Red pill talk, no, you should want to be selfish. If not, then believe that everyone's going to match your energy. That everyone's going to show you a lot of respect. That I'm going to be nice to you because I'm authentically being nice to you. No. A person more narcissistic, they're acting nice because they want to use you for everything they can. A.k.a. energy vampires. They want to take all your love, respect, everything. That's what we all marry each other, you know that, right? Everyone marries each other. Why do you think, look at, Chicano, Mexican American, right? Typically we speak a hell of a lot slower, but why do I speak fast? Why do I sound like a chipmunk? I have an accent going on, I start to exhausted because I do a lot of one-on-ones, too much social media wise, right? Single father of 8 kids. But with that said, why do I speak faster? Why do I speak fast in general? It's being Chicano Mexican American when we speak typically hell of a lot slower. Like even my family don't understand me. Like, yeah, like you speak in English? Like, yeah, I thought you speak in Spanish. Like, no, it's all English, But the reason being, because my first baby mom from Caracas, Venezuela, and raised in New York, so Latinos speak way faster than Hispanics 1,000. So what I did do, they told me, oh, Bobby, I cannot slow down for you. We speak fast naturally wise. Either you catch up with us or stay behind. What I do, I adapt to my situation, aka what? Mirroring. I mirror to them. That's why a lot of people do mistaken for a lot of things. So I'm like, nah, I'm Chicano Mexican American. No, you're not. Dead ass. Like, yeah, it's like best for a lot of things. That's cool. It doesn't matter to me. That's whatever. Bro, that's the guy past 9 a.m. I still gotta go to the gym. What time is it? Oh, damn, it's midnight? Whew, I've been on for a minute. Well, I'm about to get out, guys. So I'll probably be on it tomorrow. So once again, like, same conversations all the time. Once again, if you can't follow me on, it'd be cool on Twitch-wise, same user. So on Twitch, like IG, TikTok, Rumble, Facebook. It's all the same username, Readable Lightworker. But if you can follow me on, it'd be cool if you can follow me on Rumble. But which if you ever get banned, like I did on Clapper, go to Rumble. Rumble is the most freelancing one out there. So, and meanwhile, I already got $20 with them because I uploaded 2 years of TikToks, which is like almost 1,000 videos, I believe. And I'm finding more, and if I'm doing my TikTok live uploads. So, with that said, that's the cool thing about technology. You become your number one hype man, etc. And hype woman. So you don't fall, you don't stop. Not even for yourself. Just keep telling stories. So, but with that said, love you guys. Have a good night, stay fresh. Remember, don't feel alone. I'm always in your pocket. You can always DM me. So, yeah, I got you guys. Have a good night, stay fresh. Ciao. Boom. Have a good night. Take care. Be safe. Ciao, ciao. Love you guys. Have a good night, guys. Take care. Be safe. Ciao, ciao. Later. Be safe. Be good. Ciao. Twitch side. Love you guys. Take care. Be safe.